Hello, hello, people. How are you? Like I said, EWU Gaming is back. Lady B, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. Amazing to see EWU back in Clash of Clans. I know they've had a different kind of tour where they've been going on, but great to see them in Clash of Clans. And we've got a lot of amazing action today, Shion. I can't wait to see what's in store with the incredible teams that are going to be battling it out today. But we've got a huge prize pool on the line here.
You're right, actually. $15,000. OMG. Welcome, people on the chat. And well, talking about the prize pool, and we got this first place, $8,000. Second place, $5,000. And third place, $2,000. What do you think about this?
I think it's incredible. A $15,000 tournament coming in from EWU Gaming after a short break has been incredible. They've done it right. We've gone through the qualifier phases, we've gone through the group phases, and now we are in the playoffs. So it's been amazing to watch what the teams have been able to do. I think we have a lot of familiar faces, but we do have one team that kind of snuck in there that is taking a lot of people by surprise, and that's going to be one of the first teams that we'll actually get to see today, Shion. So I think everyone's going to be on their toes, especially for these new coming teams. What do you think?
You're totally right. I'm so excited. I have to say this, I'm so excited. The best 6 teams for the whole EWU Gaming tournament. It was a super qualifier stage and then group stage, and finally this double bracket elimination. It's gonna be awesome. Be ready for this.
Absolutely. And speaking of these amazing players and teams, we've got the MVP list of each of these teams. These players have done phenomenal work, so much so that they have perfect hit rates. These guys have not missed. So for Queen Walkers, we've got MS Kazuma, who has not missed the mark. For Tomp and I, we've got Hawk, aka Mammoth. For Tribe Gaming, we've got Nebrax. For Tomp and I, VN Tomp and I, we've got Rigo Torres. For Tribe Gaming, we've got Rakirez. And we've got even more Fluxy for Tribe Gaming. Tribe Gaming has 3 different players that are actually MVPs, with Tomp and I having 2 players for MVPs. So this is crazy that we get to see these perfect hit rates. And I don't know, do you think this is going to play a little bit into what we see coming into these matches today? I think the crazy thing, though, is that VN Tomp and I, despite this, is actually in the lower bracket.
Yes, actually 3 players from Tribe Gaming, like you said, 2 players from Tompinai, the Italian player Hawk, and the Latin player, Mexican players, Rigo Torres, and obviously the Japanese community over here with Queen Walkers, Stephanie. I think the perfect hit rate, it's so high today. MVP list, we don't have 1 player, we don't have 2, we got 6 lady over here on the MVP from EWU Gaming.
I think that's very impressive. But why don't we actually take a look at the bracket presentation to show the viewers at home exactly what the format is going to be like over the next 3 days, because we're not just doing today. This is going to be a 3-day tournament. We will watch 4 matches, starting off with Queen Walkers, Stephanie versus Acceptance. That team that I told you about is one of those newcomers. Tribe Gaming versus Strut, which I think is going to be a big one, of course, because of the names of those teams. And then waiting in the wings to see who is going to face off in the lower bracket. QSFN is waiting to see who they will face off against to try and get in this, since it is double elimination. So either Queen Walker, Stephanie, or Acceptance, which that's got to be a little bit fearful, but the same for VN Tomp and I, because the loser of the Tribe Gaming and Strut Esports match will face off. But if you look at the rest of the bracket here, we've got more days. We've got Saturday and Sunday, but for Saturday, for tomorrow, we're going to get to see the 3 matches. The winner of the upper bracket, the winners of the lower bracket facing off, and then, of course, we get to see the final matchup of the winner and loser to go into the finals, which will be Sunday.
You're right. Actually, we got 3 days of action. The first one is obviously today, Friday. Don't forget tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, finally to get the first, second, and third place. Lady B, I'm ready. I need to know the Queen Walkers players, the Acceptance players, everything. It's all ready to get a huge stream for you, because you're the best, and thank you for being here with us.
Oh, I'm so happy to be a part of this. And of course, working with you again because it's been quite some time. But we've got heavy hitting coming in from Queen Walker Stephanie, who will face off against this newer team, Acceptance, who has been making waves. I think this is going to be a pretty epic match considering what Acceptance has been doing in other tournaments. But Queen Walker Stephanie certainly should be coming in as the favorite, as they're very well known. And we know Kazuma is one of those MVP top hitters, of course. But you can't forget Klaus and Yuta. So why don't we actually take a look at the lineup first for Queen Walker Stephanie and for Acceptance. So Queen Walkers, we've got basically the same lineup minus Stadra, who Kazuma has taken over but has become the MVP. We've got Gaku, Stars, Klaus, and Yuta. But why don't you walk us through the Acceptance team here, Shion?
Exactly, level 99 Anu from Inquisition, well, Sintorvas, Rio, Oski, and finally Shion. So it's gonna be a huge war. Be ready, guys. The first attack, it's around the corner. Actually, the first attack, it's over here. Let's ready Gaku from Queen Walkers using the classic Queen Charge. Dragon Riders trying to take the Town Hall on the south.
Yeah, not just that, but he is bringing the 5-1 combination for the Zapquake. So we're going for the single in the background. Also gives a little bit of damage to the Town Hall, giving the Queen an easier pass coming through. But this is going to open up the pathing for her to try and avoid the Poison Bomb, ideally, except that the Tornado Trap, perfectly placed, actually sweeps her into it. But as long as those healers are down, it is a good thing. That Coco Loon doing excellent work picking up the Sam, and the Queen should have the ability to continue on her pathing. We've got 2 super wall breakers to actually start narrowing her through, and the King is going to start cutting the edge to get these drag riders lined up and ready to go, likely from this 9 o'clock position, because it looks like we've got a nice sweep coming in, and the Queen is on path up towards the 3 o'clock side of the base.
Exactly. I think the first part, it's good. Watch out, the CC troop, it's so powerful. This CC troop, especially this CC troop, the double super balloon and the double super immunity, it's so powerful. But I think the rage spell was pretty good. The potion spell was perfect. And finally, we got a huge funneling using the King trying to beat the scatter shot on the night. And the fly, it's going to the Eagle Artillery. Watch out and special attention with the enemy Queen over there, lady.
Yeah, that enemy Queen can do some pretty big damage, but he's got the headhunters that he brings along, and that is exactly why he waits for that tome ability. Clips not only the loons and the drag riders in there, but gets those headhunters in to take her down fast. But this also helps him through the scatter shot position and some of the incoming damage. But we've got the freeze over top helping it out. Best thing about clipping those loons in is how far they can push through to pick up traps and help take on defenses. But Shion, look at this Queen down at the bottom, coming in, helping everything through with 44 seconds left to go. I think he's got this one in the bag, making it look so easy.
35 seconds. You said this. It was so easy for Gaku. He's an expert using this kind of attack. The Queen Charge Dragon Riders. Gaku has a triple for all of you in the chat. Thank you, people, for watching the first attack for the EWU Gaming Finals.
Absolutely. Gaku doing some superb work, picking up that 3-star. Now, typically when we talk about the first player coming in, the pressure is on to pick up the 3-star because you need to make sure that you are putting the pressure on your opponent to come in and say, this is where we're leveling it out. The gauntlet has been thrown. They've set their pace, and now Acceptance has to turn around and respond with a 3-star. Otherwise, they start off with a setback, which is not good for team morale. But you noticed in that lineup, we saw those Ink names in there. So Inquisition is a huge German family that we've seen a lot of great players coming from. Obviously, the German community is very, very strong. So some great players coming out of it, which I'm not surprised why we are seeing them here going up against some of the top teams in the world that we've seen year after year in the World Championships.
You're right, lady. And well, the first attack was so powerful, was so solid. So we have to wait the first attack of the opponent team. The Gaku attack was very important. You know, this Japanese team, the Queen Walker, the first attacker on the last year, and before the last year, it was a Stadra. But Stadra, it's not with us. So now Gaku is taking this position, and for now, Gaku is doing a huge work.
Yeah, Gaku did great work, but let's see how Rio responds to this one. We've got the hybrid coming in with the Queen Charge. Queen Charge obviously going for that Town Hall because despite there are some crazy players that like to go for the Town Hall with a hybrid, not necessarily the most ideal approach. A queen can take this down and pick up some excellent value on her way. I already see a pathing going towards the scatter shots and picking up some the heroes along the way as well. But the baby dragon is ensuring that she gets pathed inside the Town Hall. Plus, we've got the Coco Loon set to not only distract, but actually help pick up any traps along the way for those healers.
That's correct. Watch out this kind of army. The Queen Charge hybrid, you know, miners and hog riders. The first kind of this strategy should be this. The Queen Charge trying to be the Town Hall and the CC troops. This is very important for this player, Rio. So we have to wait the troops. After that, maybe the King taking the north side or the south side for the final link and the passing for all the ground troops like this. The warden behind, and finally the Royal Champion.
Yeah, that Royal Champion can help out quite a bit coming through, especially when you have the heroes in the mix, but she also takes a nice defensive front line with a little bit of the lead from those hogs coming through. Queen is doing some phenomenal work, and the way that he's coming into this, you see he's reaching down towards the multi. There is a multi still that these hogs and miners do have to worry about. One of the worst things to worry for because of the spread. So he drops the heal over, especially because he expects potentially some giant bombs in this area. So this works out perfectly. The King keeping the lineup and cleanup on the outside edge helps keep those miners focused inside, since they're like dragons. They go for anything where the hogs go directly for defenses. But look at the Shion. The reinforcement of hogs was placed so perfectly where the siege barracks was up north that it comes in for that additional reinforcement to go for the eagle and provide extra power.
Exactly. Watch out, the enemy Queen was so dangerous for all the ground troops. And finally, the Queen Charge taking a good tank for the last part on the south. That moves Dark Infernal Tower just with 40 seconds. The pickup trying to get all the defenses on the south. 35 seconds. The Queen Charge in! LadyB, fuego for this team again. Let's go!
You can see Rio. He held up that iPad of his and was proud of the fuego that he brought in for his team acceptance. I've got to work on my fuego because I can't do it just the way that you do it. So, like, this is going to be, I think tonight I'm going to do my practice, or maybe today we're going to be practicing this one up. But this was absolutely phenomenal. Great way to start off the wars when you're going 3 for 3 and there is full confidence coming in from both sides.
You're right, lady. Let's turn this on fire. And after the first wave, we got 3-3 on the standing. So we have to wait the second attack from Queen Walkers. I think it will be, could be, I don't know, maybe Kazuma. Why not? Because he's a super powerful player and he is the new player from Queen Walker. So we have to watch all the power for this Japanese player. He's one of the most, he's one of the best players in the Japanese community, lady.
He really is, and that MVP role was well-deserved. He's been a great addition to the team, especially in place of Stadra, who actually was a resident ground attacker, but switched over to Super Dragons when those became popular in meta. But we do see a different approach and style coming in from Kazuma that still matches very well. So Gaku tends to be the person to take the place of having to do any of the ground attacks often. But each of these players are well-versed in just about anything they do. If you watch any of the Carbon creative series, you can, the headhunters they came in with, like absolutely insane. And it is Kazuma coming in for that second position. Again, we get to see more ground attacks coming in with the miners. He's known for his air, but he is bringing it to the ground for today.
Oh my god, what are the Super Dragons? Come on, I'm so scared. Kazuma using Queen Charge Hybrid again, miners and Hog Riders. Okay, well, same strategy, like I said. Queen Charge going into the Town Hall, and we can check the Castle Clan over there. And after that, he has to make a good funneling to get a good passing for all the troops. Be careful, finally, healers with the Queen. Come on, Kazuma, you have to put the healers behind the Queen. I'm so scared, lady.
He's got it under control, but what we don't want to see is the forced ability, and he's getting mighty close, and he has to force the ability. Unfortunately, when you're coming in with a Queen Charge, this is very detrimental because you expect to have that ability as you come through deeper into the defenses. She's still contending with the Expo, the Battle Builder Hut, 2 Expos, excuse me, and the Hound CC. Drops into Headhunter to help out quickly, and we should see a minion coming in to protect those healers and get those pups down nice and fast. but the Queen is going to have the biggest problem coming through the back end where we have the defending AQ and some of the additional damage, including that single targeting Inferno, which he's going to have to save a freeze for.
You're right, and actually this part of this strategy is very important because Kazuma has to take the Royal Champion inside the Miners and Hulk Riders team. Now, the Warden ability to get a good support for all of them. Watch out, the multi-target Inferno Tower on the middle. Finally, the Royal Champion is taken down, and again, the Queen charge trying to get the last part on this attack. Watch out again, the enemy Queen using a free spell. I think that was a good spell. The Royal Champion, enemy Queen, Royal Champion, enemy Queen, and finally, the Royal Champion beat the enemy Queen over there.
Yeah, that helps out quite a bit, and that's often why you bring your Royal Champion, not only to take on the defenses, but to help with those heroes. Beautiful final heal coming into the scatter shot. Typically, you want to use these in areas of splash where you have multis, Wizard Tower, scatter shots, and the final freeze to come in. The Queen does survive despite having to pop that early ability, and this shows why Kazuma is a pro and why he is the MVP for Queen Walkers here, coming in with that follow-up 3-star, which just keeps the heat rising. We've got some fire and action coming into the mix right now.
Lady, hello base builders. Hello. Oh my God. You know, we got a lot of triples in Clash of Clans. The performance for all of the professional players are so high. So base builders, the best of the luck for you today, because we got the best of the best in EWU Gaming. You know, the best 6 teams from this tournament for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, this is going to be an incredible amount of action that we have coming in. Obviously, the 4 wars today, where we get to see the 4 upper bracket teams playing against each other, and we still have QSFN and VN Tompanai waiting in the lower bracket to find out who they're going to face off against today. And then tomorrow is going to be a fresh day to see who's going to play in the upper bracket and the lower brackets to make their way through into the upper finals, which will be played, those grand finals, on Sunday. And that will be one of those best of 3, but the person coming in from the upper bracket gets an advantage, so that gives them the opportunity to win in 1 war. So we could have 1 or 2 matches on our hands on Sunday, which will be very exciting to see. And I guess what I'm curious to know is from the chat who they think will actually win in this one. We could always do some polls, but you can always put in who you think will actually get the win, either in this matchup or overall. Like, what teams are you rooting for? And Shion, I always do this to my partners here. Who do you think has the most potential to make it through and get the win? Let's just do overall.
Your question is so powerful, lady. I want to cast the next attack. Husky acceptance. Okay, watch out this army. Oh my God! Again, the same army. Okay, people. The administration for this tournament. We need more strategies, please. Another grand attack, lady. Okay, I need Hydras. I need Laloons. I need Super Dragons. Okay. The first war, it's different and weird. Am I right?
Yeah. So we've got the Hydra coming in. What I'm impressed to see is, I'm sorry, not Hydra, hybrid. I'm impressed that we're seeing so many hybrids coming into the mix today, but there's a lot of open entries here in these anti-3-star style bases. And if you do see those bomb towers within those compartments for the town hall, it does give you ideal opportunity to take down something that is very detrimental to the hogs and the miners. So that's why often you'll see players go for these hybrids in these kind of situations. You just have to watch more of the situational traps that you could have coming in, the spring traps and the giant bombs, and have backup plans when you're going to use your warden ability and when you're going to use those heals. But so far, the Queen taking down one of the 2 giant bombs towers and working her way. Oh my goodness, look again how close we keep this Queen to having to pop that ability, but freezes up the Expo and the Giga Inferno to allow her to get through. Let's see what the Coco Loons can find and if they can keep those healers safe.
You're right. Actually, the DPS was so high, the damage was important for the Queen. Oh, finally, the rage spell was pretty good, and the ability from the Queen. And then watch out the multi-target Infernal Tower on the middle. That multi-target Infernal Tower could be the huge defense for this attack. A giant bomb, the air sweeper. Watch out, the Royal Champion. It's so far away from the multi-target Infernal Tower on the middle. And finally, the miners is taking. All of the miners are taking down that multi-target Infernal Tower. Now, the scatter shot.
But that's where all the spring traps are. We've lost so many hogs through that area. The heal was great for the miners, and we get the reinforcement of the hogs coming in. Siege Barracks is my favorite option to come in for hybrid because you not only get the power of the P.E.K.K.A.s, the wizards coming through to reach over those walls, work with the king, but you also get a position where you can put into play those extra hogs to come out for the back end, which can often help the royal champion. The queen's got a lot of work to do, but she does have the miners at her back. We can see Oski with a big smile on his face, knowing he's got the time and the power to get this one done. So it is another 3-star coming in for acceptance, which keeps them tied up against Queen Walker Stephanie, which is not an easy feat. How many people can say they can hold themselves to Queen Walkers at this point?
Oh my god, lady. Perfect war for now, for both teams. And what about the smile? That smile was like a kid with a new toy, like, yeah, I did it, team. I did it, family. I love that smile. So congratulations, Oski. And now we have to get the 3 wave of attacks, lady, incoming. Okay, the war is so tight. So we have to wait the first defense. I think we can get 1 defense. Am I correct, lady?
Yeah, I think we should at least be able to see 1 defense, but you never know. I mean, Queen Walkers could be holding off some of their defenses till later. Maybe they underestimated acceptance, knowing that they're a newer team coming in and didn't go all out with their big defensive options. But it is a double elimination bracket, so that does make a difference on how the players decide what defenses they want to come through, because like they know that QSFN is waiting down in the bottom, and if they have to fight their way through, depending against any of the other teams, maybe Tribe Gaming or Tompanai or Strut, that could mean that they want to hold those bases. And if they're not as well versed in how to defend against acceptance, it does make a big difference. But let's take a look now as stars come in with exactly what we would expect him to come in with. We've got some Blizz Lalo action. He's known for his Lalos. I'm surprised he isn't on the MVP list. He's had a couple of hiccups here, but he is still one of the most exceptional Lalo players at this point.
Exactly. Around the world, the stars finally. Using a Blizzard for now. I think the blame is gonna be over there. He has to work with the invisibility spells each 4 seconds, 4 seconds by 4 seconds. He wants to take down the Infernal Tower, the enemy queen, and maybe that Lava Han in the air. I don't know if he wants to try to get the Town Hall in the north. I don't know, lady. That was a good question.
No, definitely not going for the town hall, but going for the surrounding areas. You can see he's opened up the wall break to allow the pathing of the heroes to come in and take that on without additional damage. Now, with the queen here in the northern side of the base, she's just got the unicorn to work with her, which makes this easy. The poison is going to be, really important in the placement. And again, we might need to see some minions to help work this out quickly. But the queen has excellent opportunity now to step into that town hall, take it down, and this kind of Sui opener makes it a lot easier with the value that he did get out of the blizzard. And the king going to work into the scattershot compartment, which will leave an opening for the royal champion to potentially help out, pick up more. And I'm curious to see if he's going to try and navigate her towards the multi-targeting Inferno. What's interesting though is to see the queen actually walking her way around to work with the king instead of going inside of the space. So value actually might be more incredible out of this now.
Actually, that king is doing a huge work. That's a huge tanking. The king was so powerful, actually. And now the Lalo. Watch out, there's 3 different lines for 3 different defenses, trying to get a huge group to get all the protection for this warden, trying to be the Eagle Artillery. The Eagle Artillery is not anymore on the village. Watch out, the scatter shot. He has to use the free spell on that scatter shot, especially that defense, because it's the most powerful defense for this kind of attack. So you have to wait for this. Finally, he's not using the... Oh, come on. He doesn't use the free spell. Okay, I don't know, lady. The air defense in the north, 40 seconds. He has a little balloons. Finally, the free spell. The last single target, Infernal Tower. I think he got it. Lady. 4 go for stars. Queen Walkers again. Whoa. Woo.
Yeah, this is absolutely incredible. And you can see the power of stars. You see the confidence that he brings with it, that he knows that he doesn't need that freeze. We see the swag freeze on the back end, but the freeze was not needed for the scatter shot because it was actually focused on the royal champion temporarily there. And as she worked through and the loons got not only popped through the warden tome and pushed through the haste, they were able to make their sweep coming in, and that gave them enough time to get right over top. The reason he wasn't as worried about the wizard tower was definitely because of the power that they had coming into this and knowing what he had to finish surrounding. So kudos to Stars for doing that. But I would not recommend that for most players unless you are Stars and you know how to handle those situations, because honestly, if I were playing, I would have dropped that freeze. That would have been my exact same reaction. But these pro players just test their boundaries, test their limits. And I think at this point, that's the fun in the game for them, is to see how far they can actually push it.
Exactly. Actually, you're right. They know the damage for each defense. They know I mean, they know everything. They're awesome. Pro players, like you said, right now around the world. Exactly. Over here with us in EWU Gaming. Finally, one of the most powerful ground attacks right now, right here, the Super Bowlers attack. What do you think about this attack, lady? In my opinion, it's best than the Queen Charge Hybrid. What do you think about it?
I think they're two completely different attacks for two completely different style bases. But I do think that it is much more powerful than the Super P.E.K.K.A. Smash with the Super Wizards. The Super Bowlers, it took a long time for people to really adjust to this and understand the power that it actually offers and how long they can get through. But the biggest point is, when you're doing this, is your entry point. Now, more often than not, we do see the Warden leading the pickup point where we're setting up the funnel. You can often sometimes see like with Super Witches where you might want to use a Zapquake, but it's better to have a spell combination and those rages coming in. Log Launcher is going to open up the pathing. We'll likely see some Yetis coming out of there to help with the Infernos in the core of the base, and the King perfectly positioned to line up for that scatter shot there. That's taking off flank damage, giving the opportunity for the Warden to hold on to that ability as they get through the core, which is going to help spare the healers as well from any possible traps.
Correct. And again, the King playing the huge position, trying to get the first scatter shot, making a good backup using the Royal Champion. We get a lot of action in the middle of this village. The free spell on the Town Hall and the X-Bow on the north. And finally, we got Jetties, Super Bowlers, the Queen, all the people taking down the Town Hall, definitely. There was a lot of damage over there. And watch out the Royal Champion. Watch out the right part of this village, lady. I don't want to say anything, but I think we will get the first defense over here.
Yeah, this still lost a lot of steam coming through with the scatter shot in the back end, and just not having enough power coming into this definitely hurts. A Royal Champ having to be used a little bit too early. She would have been on a better position had she either cleaned up the entire 12 o'clock corner or been able to use that Queen. He's got the jump to get into the scatter shot, but there's nothing to finish off the northern side of the base. With the Queen and the healers, she's got some power to do it, but a lot of damage coming in. It's the ability that helps carry this through. But time, again, a huge factor. And while the Queen could potentially clean up the majority of the bottom of the base, it's that northern side that with the Royal Champ down will not be able to get taken down. You said there was going to be at least one defense, and you were absolutely right. It happens to be Stars, but how much percentage is it going to be? Because that could come into play if Acceptance has something to try and pull off Queen Walker Stephanie off their back. We're getting we're getting closer to that 90% range, but 4 seconds left. I don't think it's going to be enough to do it. It's going to be just shy, 88%, and that hurts a little bit there.
88% at the end. Well, almost 90. I think it's not a good percent. Okay, it's not a good percentage. We have to talk about this. And I think, in my opinion, a good percentage, it's 95%, 96, 90, 97, because, we got, like you said, we got pro players on the war map. We got the best of the best, and 88% maybe could be a problem at the end of this war. If we got a tie war, be careful. I think Queen Walkers can get more than 88%. We have to wait for this.
Yeah, so when you're hitting anywhere below that 95%, you're giving a huge opportunity to these pro teams who often don't miss, and when they do, they don't come too short from that. So that's kind of the biggest problem for acceptance right now, is that they would need to hold a huge defense, an 87%, which is a tall order when you're going up now against Klaus and Yuta, who are well versed at coming in with pretty, easy attacks. So Klaus, as the fourth attacker, which we often see, we should be able to get to see the attack coming through. There we go. With Lalo, but look at this. He's got 2 bats. We've got 4 invisibility spells. So I know exactly what he's coming in with here, but I'm curious of the range and spread because of the multi and that single targeting Inferno. Is he going to go for 2 or 3 combinations? He is going.
Yeah, do it, Klaus! Do it! Finally! Skelly done it. Well, Skelly Bat's done it. I don't know what's the name of this kind of strategy now. It's so crazy. Come on!
Wow.
Double Infernal Tower and the Clan Castle. Klaus, I'm your fan. I'm sorry, Klaus, you did it again. Come on, lady. Three defenses buildings on this village. Come on, that was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, when you obliterate the core like that, what you're doing is offering some easy pathing for your Lalo to actually work through. You're taking out not only the issue of the CC for your heroes to dive in without having to do that. So that's going to give them more power to come in for the town hall, the king to work through without any additional obstruction. But you're also navigating the path around, taking down the multi, which is a huge risk to the Lalo, but you're also keeping them out of that damage zone where you would expect to see the majority of the traps. But look at this king and how strong he's working through with that Royal Champ. Only problem is the Teslas that are set up here to actually try and ensure that the Royal Champ doesn't get too much value as going for the Eagle, but she's gotten more than enough, and this Lalo should be able to pursue most of what it needs.
You're right, actually, again the king trying to push the Royal Champion. How? Being a good tank over there by the 9 wall. Now the Stone Slammer trying to give the X-Bow. Okay, because the Royal Champion can take the X-Bow a few seconds ago. Now the Stone Slammer needs to take the X-Bow. I think everything is under control. Now the last Infernal Tower, free spell, the last Scatter Shot, and watch out with the Royal Champion. The Royal Champion Headhunters. We got 3 Headhunters. He's not using the Headhunters. Be careful. The Luncy's in the air. Finally, we got the triple Headhunters trying to be the last hero. In this case, the Royal Champion. I think he got it, lady. Just 55 seconds. And we know this. Klaus with the best attack for now. For this war. Huge attack. Insane attack.
Absolutely. I mean, when you have that many loons left over, absolutely nothing is going to stop it. We even have an additional invisibility spell that was unneeded coming in with that opener. So Swagged here now as he finishes up with a 3-star. This is Queen Walker Stephanie going perfect so far, and they still have one final hit to go with Yuta, who is always the one under pressure and can usually bring it home. So Acceptance is in a really tough spot right now because they need to come in with those triples, and if they want a chance to not wind up in that lower bracket, continue across the upper bracket, they will need to hold an 87% against Yuta, but they'll also need to come in with the 3 stars as well.
Exactly. They need a triple. I mean, they need a double triple, and they need a defense. So be careful. I think Queen Walkers, it's almost in the next round. I'm just saying. I don't want to do anything bad over here. Be careful. The Jinx power, it's so high, lady. I'm so scared. But well, I think Queen Walkers, it's almost on the next round, and Acceptance is gonna take the lower bracket position against QSFN. I'm saying we have to wait the final part for this war.
Yeah, don't worry, we've got the, where is it? The No Jinx. No Jinx is up right there. Okay, so we got the No Jinx. So you don't have, I've got you covered. I've got you covered right there.
Thank you, lady.
So we've got Shion coming in from Acceptance, and we do get to see the Queen Charge Drag Rider, but what we have here is the log launcher. So I'm curious to see if this is going to be a long line drive from the Queen from the opposite side of the town hall, down by about, oh wait, hold up, because she's already at the 3 o'clock side of the base. So is she going to cut through the center of the base here? We do have a super barb to help with some of the cleanup, but the Queen is still working along. I think the best option would be to work her through into the scatter shot position and log launch her way through into that town hall. This could be a nice way to go, and already sending in the drag riders to keep this navigation moving along.
Exactly. Actually, we have no super wall breakers, no wall breakers, no jump spell. So be careful, Sean. For now, the Queen Charge going to the Scatter Shot, the Royal Champion, and maybe to the CC troops. I think I like it. I think the strategy is so strong. And watch out, the Dragon Rider beating the Eagle Artillery. I love this strategy. I mean, the initial strategy for this player was good. In my opinion, was perfect. And now the Log Launcher trying to connect that Queen Charge into the Town Hall compartment. I love it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful opening where he is going across the walls to get the pathing needed to get straight to the town hall, just enough to do it. Queen taking on the CC. He's got to keep this queen raged up. She's going to lose her ability in this. But what I'm curious to see is what's coming out of this. Yetis could really help out, but he's got the loons coming in with the additional healer and an ice golem. This ice golem can provide a lot of value, except it's not going into the single targeting inferno. It needs to come back around and help out this queen. Drops the invisibility spell because she's already burned through her ability, and there's only one more rage left to go. So these freezes and invisibility are going to be huge, but the queen is hung up in the wrong spot. These drag riders need to come in to get her back on course.
Okay. Oh my God. I have to call to the 911. 911, we got a huge problem. The Queen Charge
no.
is going to, I don't know, to anywhere. The Tungle is still over there on the 9, and the Queen Charge wants to. Lady, there was the last HP point for the Queen Charge, and maybe we get the Queen Charge trying to beat the Tungle at the end. The Rage Pill. Okay,
But it's
lady,
not on the healers.
I can
The
cast
rage
this.
is not on the
lady.
healers. Oh my goodness. He just gets those healers. So drops the freeze to get them in. Drag Rider helping out. Oh my goodness. He is keeping this one close. I think he's just trying to keep us on the edge of our seats and is able to turn that one around despite the early ability, despite the queen going off course, but despite the ice going off course. And still, is he going to be able to do this? 10 seconds left to go. He's got to get through the storages. I'm going to say yes. I don't see anything on the other side of the base. So it is a done deal just by this, like with 1 second to spare, Shion.
Okay, lady. I don't need this anymore on this tournament. Please, Sean, please, guys, don't do it again. I'm not ready for another kind of attack like this. Okay?
No, definitely not. Let's
so crazy. The
oh
Queen
my
Charge is like taking to the north and then taking to the middle, and then I don't know. The Queen Charge wants to go to the other village. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's why the drag riders need to be set in the right time in order to get this done. Now, the one thing I will say is this is one of those attack strategies with the Queen Charge log launcher when you do that long line drive that can actually lead to 1-star because of a lot of those problems, especially if you have singles in the way. You have exposed targeting, you have the CC to contend with heroes. So we can often see those turning into 1-stars. That was a great way to actually recover from this completely from Sean. But it's not just that. They need to see an 87% 2-star or a 1-star coming in from Yuta if they want to change the tone of this war for themselves. Yuta going for the safe approach, coming into the town hall to at least pick up that 1st star, and then just has to get the 50%. And this war is a sealed deal for them. Sneaky Gobs to take on the town hall, also luring the CC, which is perfect because the queen can take this on while the poison bomb dies out and limits the damage coming in. But he should drop that poison for the super minions to limit the effect on them onto the queen here. But should be ready to drop a rage if need be.
Exactly. Actually, we have to talk about Judah. There's the last player from Queen Walkers. The last month, you know this. He did a Electro Dragons attack. You know, Judah is using Lalu every time. Now we get a Queen Charge Dragon Riders. Okay, congratulations, Judah, because he's using a lot of different kinds of army. So that's pretty good for him. He can beat every base. I mean, each base, he has no problem. I love this player. Judah, out of control. Congratulations.
He really is. So we've got the 1-star from the town hall. Just needs to pick up 50% with which you're coming in with drag riders. You still got the king to go. Queen's charging along. This is going to be easy work for him. King's actually taking on the force from the Eagle artillery, which is perfect because it gives a little less damage coming into the queen as she makes her way to the scatter shot and takes a focus off the royal champion as she tries to work through into that single position. Does have her seeking shield to help take this on, and the king, it looks like he popped those barbarians just in time to distract the single, which is perfect.
You're right, actually. Well, finally, we got a lot of action in the north. The warden protection was pretty good. Watch out the royal champion. The royal champion wants to get the multi-target infernal tower. I think she got everything under control. The queen charge, making a good funneling on the south, and we got 2 spells to try to finish this attack. Judah is Judah doing the Judah's power, doing everything good. Rage spell in 40 seconds. Lady, I have to say this is gonna be a hit triple. Queen Walker's perfect war.
Okay. Okay, it's a perfect war. I feel this deserves a fuego. Can we get the Shion fuego for Yuta coming in with that perfect war, Shion?
Yes, why not, lady? Finally 20 seconds. Fuego for you, lady, and for all of you spectating this super tournament, especially this super war, especially this super attack.
Yeah, so we can see it finishing off perfectly, and acceptance now with one final attack. They know it doesn't mean, like, there's no change of this. There's nothing they can do to change this except pick up the triple, go into their next lower bracket match later on today with a little bit more confidence. They have held themselves up really well against the Queen Walkers, and 88% is what has held them back so far. Let's see how they finish it up with this final hit to come in. And I saw it in the Twitch chat, huge recovery that came in from Sean. That was a great way to turn it around. So we can see that they have those skills coming into this. But what's the question? How are they going to try and finish off? And they would have to face off against QSFN later today. I'm, QSFN likely watching them to see what to expect coming in from them from attacks as they have the opportunity to start looking at defenses and what they can try and hold off against.
Exactly, you're right. Actually, QSFN, that team, the player from QSFN, they are waiting this team now. But well, final attack. Acceptance is gonna take the lower bracket ticket. Blizzard finally over here, working with invisibility spells, like I said. 4 seconds by 4 seconds, finally rage spell, and the Tongue Hole is gonna be down right here, right down. And the CC troops is outside the clan castle, which is awesome. And finally, he has to take the lava hunt, maybe in the north, maybe on the left side, using the queen.
Yeah, so the queen can take this down in an area where she has very limited obstruction to her from defenses oncoming. Baby Shark can even take this down himself, but the queen, if you want to set the course, which has already been set, is the optimal choice of value here. That was a quick pickup too, gets a spread of the poison around, able to take that on. And as you can see, there are no healers here. This is going to be a hero dive entry, so this is why we bring the Ice Golem to provide extra tank, and we'll likely see the king and royal champ used to cut across to help get deeper inside these bases and take on the multi-targeting infernos, so there's limited damage to these loons.
You're right. We have to watch the Ice Golem, the king, because the queen can take the multi-target Inferno Tower on the south or the multi-target Inferno Tower on the middle of this village. So we have to watch the royal champion trying to get a push to connect the queen into the middle of this village. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be complex, but I think it's gonna be possible for Centaurus, for Acceptance, and the INQ capital letters. We know this is from Inquisition.
Oh, so the king's actually going to be through the wall. Now, I was waiting to see where the invisibility would be used. It's already been used, but the queen has the opportunity to get to the multi as the king works his way through, gets to the defending queen, and the queen still has her ability intact. So this is getting everything that he wants. There's a few loons here getting hung up on the beams. Queen needs to get out of the way of the single, go for the multi, and there she goes. Pops that ability, gets the loons back on course, all in the Warden Tome. And this is going to be a 3-star hands down. That single of no consequence to the Lalo. Biggest thing that he has to worry about is the back end Wizard Tower and the AD, but he's got 2 freezes left over to help this out, and a nice split of the loons that he doesn't even actually need to quite use them. Holds it off for the AD, misses out on the Expo, but that's perfectly fine. It's a traps to worry about. Man, this queen, are you kidding me? This queen survived that single and actually got through it and is still going from a Sui. This is absolutely incredible from Synthoris of Acceptance. You can see the Inquisition name there. That's where I'm saying that Inquisition family is strong, coming here for Acceptance. So that is a 14-star war against Queen Walker's 15-star performance. And unfortunately, 14 stars is not enough to keep them in the upper bracket.
I have to say one thing. Well, first, congratulations, Queen Walker Stephanie. Obviously, next round on the upper bracket, which is awesome. You know, the rules for the double bracket elimination and everything at the end in the grand final. We got the double bracket over here. Queen Walker Stephanie on the next round, and Acceptance QSFN, but not now, lady. Now Tribe Gaming Strut. I want to say something, lady. Congratulations, the Jinx power is off. Definitely. Whoa, you did it.
I did it. I can sometimes turn it off. It's not always a guarantee, but I put the no jinx in the back finally. And it's getting it under control. But you can see here that Queen Walker's Stephanie advance on, which means Acceptance will be facing off against QSFN later in the day. And of course, the next matchup is going to be, I think, the one that a lot of people are looking forward to seeing. That is Tribe versus Strut Gaming. So Strut Esports is the former ATN. Under a new organization now. They've been doing some great work, but they've also had some struggles, but it's still a team that is very well respected in the community. And Tribe, a very long-standing name in which some of the Strut players actually played in, actually do, they have the history with Tribe Gaming, but this is a new Tribe Gaming. This is the one that we saw in the 2021 World Championships with the addition of Rakiras and Fluxy. So Kronos, Nebrax, Knowledge, who's actually a base builder for Tribe Gaming playing today. These are the players that have been there for a while now, for the past year and a half or so. But Fluxy and Rakiras have been an amazing addition to the team. But why don't you tell us a little bit more about the Strut team?
Exactly. What about JoJo23, Ast, Boom, Mask, and Tryhard? You know, world champion, she player for Clash of Clans on 2020. So this is a super war. We got a huge war. All the double bracket elimination, it's so high level, but especially this war, lady. I don't know, this war, it's one of the most powerful wars today, and the Tom Pinay war against who will lose this war. So we got a lot of action around this day, and don't forget tomorrow, Saturday, and on Sunday to get the champion for EWU Gaming, $15,000.
Yeah, and what I want to say actually about this particular war is that in the World Championships in 2021, Tribe Gaming was actually the one to knock down Strut with a perfect war in day one, knocking them to the lower bracket. And they had to face off against Badzinger, who then had Rakiras at the time, who also knocked them out in that first day. So this is going to be kind of a little bit of vengeance for Strut to try and take this on. And they have the new addition of Tryhard this year to replace Vala, who retired. So we've got Knowledge, aka Kai, base builder and attacker, which gives him a lot of versatility and knowledge into how to go about these bases, opting to go for the super drags with the kickoff. A great way to start off because it doesn't take a lot of planning and allows a little bit more option for your team with only 8 minutes to go in planning to actually work through what they need to get in the rest of their raids.
Exactly. Knowledge has a lot of knowledge, lady, for this super dragon attack. Let's show the suicide blame, trying to get the perfect timing for the ward and protection. Finally, he can get the ward and protection, and the blame, it's almost in the tunnel hole. No! Oh, come on, I love this strategy. Super minions, clone spell, invisibility spell, rage spell. Okay, we got all those spells over here. Come on.
Yeah, so when you have this close proximity of these single targeting Infernos, you actually, to the Town Hall, you only need one invisibility spell to actually get through this. So you don't need two. If it's a little bit further spread, you would want to bring 2 of those invisibility spells, but he doesn't actually get the single down with this, so maybe he should have brought that extra one, because that's what the dragons, the super drags, and the heroes actually have to worry about. There is no battle builder hut around to actually bring it back to health. So whatever damage is taken, the Royal Champion could potentially help out with. Holding on to her for now, waiting to see where the Queen goes. She still has her ability, King popping his, but we've got a Tesla farm surrounding this entire scattershot area, so there needs to be a lot of power, and this is where we need to see the Royal Champ coming into play. That freeze is going to be very useful towards the back end of the base, but might need to use it here for the Teslas and scattershot.
Exactly. Actually, the Tesla farm was a huge problem. Be careful, knowledge. Just the last spell, free spell, trying to get the single target Inferno Tower. Lava, baby, lava. I don't know. Oh my god, no, lady. No first attack. I think first defense, knowledge, Strive Gaming, 40 seconds, no more spells, no more special abilities. LadyB. We got a huge defense right now.
This is a big defense, you know, and this you can see. I think it was an error on the part of not bringing that extra invisibility spell. Could have really saved this, given more power to the heroes. But this is also good trap placement. Having that Tesla farm around the back end of that scatter shot here really did a lot of damage to the heroes who already took a beating and some suffering. So definitely it seems that Strut had an idea of what to expect coming in from Tribe Gaming. And percent is going to be low. We were talking about the 88% in the last war. This is not even going to make it quite that far. 84% is where they land. But let's see what kind of base building that Tribe has coming in, because we do know that they are known for their base building. They did come in with a perfect war in the World Championships against Strut, but it seems Strut has kind of changed their tune, and they don't want to let this one go. We do need to see how they answer to the call of the 2-star, because the 3-star would give them quite the opportunity, but if they don't, they could be tying this one up on stars.
You're right, actually, LadyB. We got a lot of kind of war right now. We got a huge base building team on this war. I mean, also on the last war, but especially this war. We were talking about this war, and it's different. And the first attack, it's calling this, I don't know, special strategy on the defense. We have to pay attention on the details for the village, for the design of the village, because you can learn about the base builders today.
Yeah, absolutely. So with Yo-Yo we have coming in for the first start here, we've seen Strut switching it up quite a bit, going for the Queen charge, Lalo, but look, he's bringing the Flame Flinger to actually start this off, section off the base, give some nice easement, and you notice that we do have the mortar there. Just because there are mortars surrounding your targeted items does not mean that you cannot get them down. You do need to use some distractionary items. Often we're seeing barbarians or archers, but in this case, we've got the Queen and the King actually setting it off, which is gonna force this Flame Flinger to work a little bit further, maybe even deeper inside the base, since the Royal Champ is going for the Eagle. We're taking down some huge items early on here and leaving this Town Hall for the very end, which means we're gonna see some Lalo action coming in. It's only 19 loons. The Queen still needs some more loons, so it's the Warden ability and the Lalo that needs to carry through that Town Hall and try and spread out, also help to get the scatter shot that remains.
Correct. We don't have more time to get the Queen charged into the Town Hall. So, well, maybe watch out the super wall breaker. Okay, lady, maybe the Queen charge can take the top. This is gonna be a huge strategy. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god, come on. My respect, Jojo23. The time is good, LadyB. The time is good. 1 minute 35 seconds. Finally, the Lala. The first and only Lava Hun over there. We got 3 different lines. The Royal Champion. We have the Warden Protection. And finally, the Queen card is trying to take down the Town Hall. Jojo23 out of control.
Yeah, that invisibility perfectly timed because of the Warden Tower and the Teslas and also the Town Hall there. Able to go use that ability, and now he's got freezes that he doesn't even necessarily need. Drops him anyway for those Battle Builder huts to try and keep these loons passing through. But the Queen's still going strong. As long as those healers stay out of the poison bomb, they can keep her alive. But the Skellies trying to force her and stay in there. But these loons swarming through is not going to stop it. You can see the Headhunters minions working through on the eastern side of the base, trying to finish us off. But this is a great way to start. 3-star after defense puts Strut in the lead. Any team wants that opportunity, especially if there's an 84% 2-star on the line, because it lessens the pressure. You talked about it before. 95% and above is really where you want to see hitting if you're going to hit a 2-star, because that puts a lot more pressure on the player to actually perform and get close enough to a 3-star. 84% leaves a lot of opening for room for improvement, especially if you come in with Lalos. It's pretty easy to pick up those kind of like high 80% with Lalo attacks.
Yeah, you're right. I think on this war we're gonna get a lot of air attacks, so different as the last war. On the last war, I think we get 4 Queen Charge Hybrid, which is weird now on the esports of Clash of Clans. But well, it's good. I think we're gonna let a lot of Lalons over here, and maybe Hydras. I think Strut and Tribe Gaming can use Hydra now. We have no Hydras today. We need at least one Hydra on LadyB. This is one the most powerful air attacks right now on the meta from Clash of Clans.
Absolutely. We have seen a lot of Hydras coming through very successfully. We've seen a lot of people taking a step back from the super drags, which was why I was surprised to see Kai come in. Not from the front that it's easier to plan, but there's a little bit more power right now and control in the Hydra for certain bases. But again, I think that was more of an error on what to bring in. But it sounds like we've got some action coming through. I hear some Zapquakes. It sounds like we've got some lightning going down. And yes, indeed, Rakira's knocking out. Let's see, we've got the 2 scatter shots up, we've got the eagle up, so it looks like just picking up some surrounding defenses, including likely one of the single targeting infernos to give more power for the heroes to actually work their way through. They're still going to have to contend with the CC to alleviate that pressure off of the heroes, but with the King, Queen, Royal Champ working together, he's got a lot of force to go along with this.
Okay, I want to learn a lot with this attack. Very curious. In my opinion, one of the most powerful players around the world. My respect for this player. We know this from the last World Championship, and the damage for each troop, for each army, for each strategy for Chris is all out of control. Serious, LadyB. Now, trying to beat the Town Hall using the King, I think, a couple of balloons. What's going to be the strategy? We got a double X bow. Ground and air points. I don't think so. Okay, Rikiris, you have to take down the Town Hall. Please, Rikiris, go for the Town Hall right now.
Oh, he's going to leave it to the very end. I'm wondering, because of the way the Queen was going, if he intended that Queen, like the King to be through the wall, the Queen to make her way up, because we had that Giant coming in. There's just no wall breaker to carry her across. A jump could have maybe done the job, but would have risked what he needs for the spells. This is very, very risky, but the Queen following suit behind does help take care of the cleanup, moves everything inside the base, has to get through the multi, but we've got the blip. Hold up. We've got the blimp coming in for the Town Hall. He switches from the Stone Slammer. He's going to clip the Warden ability to save this through, get into it, but I'm curious to see what we have in there. If we have Sneaky Gobs and that was the plan all along, or if he has additional loons and the Drag Rider. We've got this tornado spinning around, so we need this over top, and drops in the invisibility spell to ensure that they're nice and safe and sound getting through. So I think this is a little bit of a backup plan in a sense, but still, is it going to be enough power to get this job done? Drag Rider needs to get down that air defense. That's a one last thing standing, and that is a huge problem. The Queen, while alive, is going to be hung up in this base, beating on walls, trying to make her way through with only 33 seconds left to go.
I don't know. I don't think so. Watch out, Headhunters. We have to talk about the Tornado Trap after this attack. That detail was pretty important. Rikiris, 20 seconds. Come on, the Archer Tower, the Warden. Come on, 50 seconds. Come on, 40 seconds. The Queen trying to beat the wall. Come on, Queen. Jump the wall. Okay, finally, the Target Elixir Starburst. For go! Oh my God, so sorry, LadyB, but Rikiris. It was Rikiris, and I want to talk with you about a special detail on this village. When we get an empty 3 village like this, we get the Tornado Trap behind the Town Hall. Rikiris, I think Rikiris know this, so be careful, guys. Base builders, I'm so sorry for this, but at the 3 stars village, you can get in 95% of the village the tornado trap behind the town hall. Lady B, am I right?
Yes, yes, you are. And I mean, absolutely phenomenal job there because I do think he expected more value out of his queen getting to the town hall. Again, just didn't have the opening to get in there. I think he expected more out of his king initially, but good backup plan because that is one of the riskiest approaches. But Rakirez is definitely one of those hitters that can go for any Lalo and correct it in any which way. The Warden, though, MVP for that attack, which isn't often that it happens, but we should have Boom coming up to bat to try and respond and see if he can keep the lead that they have. They had a 1-star lead going into this. This 3-star does work out in favor. So let's see what Boom has in store and lined up to come in. We see him coming in with super bowler smashes and a lot of different style attacks lately, but going back to his roots with the Lalo, again, we get the log launcher to actually open up the path, which means with only 21 loons and the healers, we're going to try and get as much value out of the heroes as possible. That log launcher opening up the course for the king and royal champion, giving the queen some access as well as we work the Lalo through the back end of the base.
You're right. I think the queen charge is pretty good. Taking down the enemy queen. And now trying to connect, trying to push that queen charge into the middle of this village. Watch out this. He can take the multi-target Infernal Tower. He can take the scatter shot and the CC troops. I think if Boom can connect the queen charge into the middle, this is gonna be a triple. Watch out, there's the queen charge. Goodbye, queen charge!
Oh,
Goodbye! Oh my god,
no!
The I don't want to say anything right now.
Wait. She's walking with the king. She's not going inside, but he's got the rocket loons in there. So for now, the healers are safe. They've taken on some damage, but that scatter shot remains, and that's not necessarily ideal. This is not giving the queen the pathing that she's needed to get into the core, which is going to waste a huge amount of time. He doesn't have a lot of options, and he still needs to ensure that the town hall gets taken down. Again, 84% is where we saw Tribe Gaming, so an 83% here will give Tribe the advantage. Yak working along with the queen now, but starts Lalo leading to the town hall to speed this up because he knows he doesn't have a lot of time. He does have a Valk that can work on the outside edge of the base, taking care of some of the cleanup. We still have the Royal Champ and Warden to spare this, but there's a lot of surrounding damage to that town hall that causes some problems. And of course, this multi-targeting Inferno, which at least the loons are steering clear of for now.
You're right. Actually, the bucket plan from Boom could be awesome. He has to use the Warden ability. Wait for it. Wait forward! The town hall is down! And maybe the queen can take the multi-target Infernal Tower. Yes! I think Boom. Oh, no, the scatter shot. Oh my god, the scatter shot. Maybe the Royal Champion. We got balloons, we got the baby dragon, the Rage Pearl in the middle.
Oh, loons are going into
okay, few seconds, Royal Champion, last spell, Rage Spell, Lady B, 20 seconds, I don't think so. Okay, now I don't think so.
This queen just needs to make up her mind, get through a wall and get in there. That rage, unfortunately, not enough power. Wait. We've got the loons coming in. It's down, but it's a Tesla's. We've got a minion on it, but the Sam knocks out one of the loons. 10 seconds left to go. They're all swerving together. Can Boom get this done? Clutch last minute. He does, and that is what you call recovery there. We are seeing it left and right from some of these pro players across the board today. My goodness, that was completely unexpected to be able to turn around that kind of attack. So much respect to Boom on that, but huge respect to as well to Tribe Gaming with the base builders. But this does put Strut in a 1-star advantage still over Tribe Gaming. So they've got to find the right defense combination, or well, they had to have before since they can't change their defenses now. We'll see if they can trip up Strut since they do know them very well.
Yeah, actually, I think the initial plan was Queen charge to the multi-target Infernal Tower on the middle and the scatter shot on the right and CC troops, like I said. But now, the plan was different, a little bit different, and my respect. When you're using the backup plan and you can get a triple, my respect, Lady B. Seriously.
Especially when the Town Hall is the last thing remaining on the board there. And you know that you have a scatter shot to contend with as well. Like you're leaving that Town Hall as an option to get to towards the back end and a scatter shot. So absolutely 200 IQ moves there coming in. But we've got Kronos. Kronos, a very well-versed attacker, doing phenomenal work for Tribe Gaming. Also coming in with the Queen charge, but opting to go for the Drag Riders. We do have the Zap Quake combination, so going for that single targeting Inferno behind the Town Hall here, because that gives better pathing for the Queen. We don't have to worry about it, and she can weave her way inside and outside of the space. You do see that we have one super wall break, so once she takes on this Town Hall, she can actually cut her way through. If the King goes for the scatter shot, the Queen can cut through into that multi-position, and we can use the Royal Champ on the outside of the base.
Exactly. I think after the Queen take the Town Hall, I think the Super Wall Breaker is gonna be between the Wizard Tower and the X-Bow to connect, like you said, to connect the Queen charge into the middle to take that multi-target Infernal Tower and the enemy Queen. And now we get a good passing for this for this air attack. The Dragon Riders, we know this kind of strategy. We have to wait because we got more troops in the Clan Castle. Be careful, Kronos. And Boom trying to get a huge defense for Strut. The standings is 5-6. Strut for now leading this war.
Yeah, there we go. Here comes the Super Wall Breaker, exactly where we expected to. We will likely see some super minions coming out because I don't recall seeing them. King going for that scatter shot, but he gets the Drag Riders going. Because the Royal Champ is already in work here, she can help out. We've got the early timing of the Warden ability. Hold up, it's a Hound coming out. So the Queen's going to be hung up here, which is fine because she has the time to do this and no obstructing defenses, except perhaps a Queen, which a King can't quite get to. But the scatter shot does not go down, and that is going to be a problem. So drops the invisibility spell to try and pull that Hound out of the way, get the Queen taken down, and keep this on course.
That's correct, the Stone Slammer. Watch out, the Stone Slammer. Trying to be the Eagle Artillery using the package of balloons and the Dragon Rider. Finally, the Headhunter. Watch out, the Queen charge. Like we said, the Queen charge in that compartment. Taking down the enemy Queen, taking down the multi-target Inferno Tower, but especially LadyB being a good tanking for the scatter shot to protect the last part of this attack, the last 3 Dragon Riders. Watch out this! No more healers! Scatter shot trying to be the Queen. Jill the Canyon, the air defense. I think we got it. LadyB!
Wow.
We go!
Unfortunately, those healers were definitely the ones protecting everything from that scatter shot, but you are right. This is a triple indeed. 13 seconds left to go, and he's got a beautiful spread to take it down. Unfortunate that the King is holding off. We know him as the best defense in air because he can really distract your minions and pups, but still not enough to hold back Kronos. And I gotta say, from the start, that was really clean, and he held with the punches as it went a little bit off course and really never lost track of it. So beautiful, beautiful job there. It just hurt to watch those healers go down to the scatter shot. That's always, that's like a heartbreaking moment, but definitely got the value he needed initially from it in order to make it work out.
Yes, actually the Queen charge was very important. Taking down the south compartment, taking down the middle part, which, like I said, the enemy Queen and the multi-target Infernal Tower, but especially the last part with scatter shot because we have no more spells to protect the Dragon Riders, and we got the last air defense on that compartment at the end. So definitely the Queen charge was very, very important. Congratulations, that was a good attack, my friend Kronos, and they need triples. They need triples to try to beat Strut because Strut, it's out of control with this war.
Yeah, they need more than triples, though. They need to see an 83% 2-star defense coming in from one of the remaining players. We've got Mask up to bat, and he's rocking up with the Queen charge. Log launcher, kind of clean up Lalo is almost what we call it these days, because look at this, 17 loons again. You expect to get a lot of value out of your heroes when you're bringing in the Queen charge, and you have that log launcher. We saw Boom go off course and really re-navigate it and work it out right, but Mask is not going to have that same opportunity necessarily, considering once he gets through the Skoko loons, he's probably going to have about 13 loons left over to try and get through into that Town Hall position.
Watch out, the damage, the DPS is so high. Super Wall Breaker, the Rage Spell, double X-Bow, enemy Queen, scatter shot. Okay, fire in the hole with the Queen charge. We got that strategy, Lady B. The king again, making a good tanking for the, in this case, not for Royal Champion, for the Warden, just using the Warden for protection, for extra protection. Low Launcher and the CC troops trying to be the Queen Charge. That's impossible. Double spell, potion spell, free spell, and Mask, the Italian player, has this attack under control.
Hold on, he's got the jump to get to the town hall, so that means all the Lalo needs to do is get that scatter shot down at 9 o'clock. This is absolutely insane. He's held on to his queen for such a long time. We'll see the Yetis coming out of that log launcher to take on the multi and the single ideally. So you've got the Rocket Loons to take the lead. You've got the Yetis to come in. They've got the opening, but they're a little distracted here. That Yak should push them back on course, and the King taking the lead is going to help out quite a bit. Here comes a Lalo working its way through. Because we brought the Warden in with the hero push, means we want all that power, which means we don't go for the Town Hall. And that Queen had the perfect pathing with the jump to get right here on the back end. I hate to break it to Tribe right now, but ain't nothing stopping Mask at getting this 3-star with what he's got left over, including the invisibility and that Queen ability, which did not need to be used.
Oh my god, Lady B, you have to say Fuego. This attack was insane. What do you think about this, people? We need the Ladies B Fuego. Come on, lady.
I think this is absolutely Fuego. This was phenomenal coming in. And yeah, Mask definitely gets the Fuego from me. I think we need like little Fuego icons so we can rate the attacks.
Yes.
How many Fuegos is it?
We need the chat of fire. We need the chat of fire because this attack was incredible. The jump spell was perfect. Actually, we have to talk about this detail, Lady B. The Queen Charge was on the first part. The damage was pretty high. The DPS was so high for the Queen Charge. Now, and after that, the jump spell was perfect. And at the end, the tag was incredible. Mask, the Italian player, he's pretty good.
He's all right, I'd say. He's all right. And fun little knowledge item there is that between Mask and Rakira's in ESL last year, they actually both were tied up in the top standings on opposite teams, as Rakira's was playing for Badzinger at the time and Mask was playing for Strut, but they both had the highest averages in ESL EWU, and that was about 98.5% overall. So both of them had only missed one attack through the entire season, I believe it was. So
exactly.
Otherwise they were perfect on every single attack that they've gone through. So two incredible hitters here. But we do have Fluxy, another new addition to Tribe Gaming, who's been doing some great work. Queen Charge Lalo that he decides to go with. We do have that one super wall breaker to give the opening, but we've got the jump to actually connect through and lead across. Is it going to be enough to get to that town hall? We have the blimp, so I assume we'll see the blimp coming in to actually take that on and cut through with the Lalo portion of this.
Yeah, exactly. I think Fluxy wants to get the perfect timing to protect balloons, headhunters, everything about that, but especially the Blim trying to be the Tunkel. We have to wait for that moment. For now, the Queen Charge with low HP, finally Rage Spell, and the King taking down all the ride compartment for now. CC Troops, we got a lot of Goblins. We got Headhunter, and at the end, the Lava Hun, just a Cockaloon, and finally the Jump Spell to connect the Queen Charge into the middle, especially to take down that multi-target Inferno Tower.
Yeah, that Queen needs to take this on, so drops a Rage over those healers, trying to keep her alive, and that's the main point of this Queen, is to take on the center of the base, so the Blimp has an easier course to work through. Actually coming in from where it's already open, this can be a little bit risky, knowing that there hasn't been too much of a path to be cleared out, but we should see the Sneaky Gobs coming in to take this down nice and fast. There's no rage for it, so we don't expect to see the Yeti, but all he needs to do is ensure that the Town Hall's down, and we do have a Headhunter to try and help out, plus we have the Royal Champ to come into play that can work through this also.
Okay, we gotta split the Lalo over here. Watch out this. We got the first part of this Lalo trying to take the scatter shot on the 9 o'clock, and the second part trying to take the last X bow. I think it's in the ground target. It's not a problem, but be careful. The enemy queen. Okay, I don't like this. The enemy queen. Last free spell. We have no more hit hunters. Okay,
No.
Lady B. This is gonna be a huge defense. No, 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 no. Not today, Floxy.
And you can see the disappointment on his face, unfortunately. You know, I thought the queen was going to be able to survive. We didn't see from the northern side. We did see a headhunter come in to actually take the heat of the king, the defending king, off of the queen, but that limited what came in. But this was a huge order, like a huge tall order. That queen, she needed more power coming into the core of the base, not only taking on the multi, but working through and helping to situate the Lalo portion. So Fluxy a little disappointed in this, knowing that Strut actually have 3-star after 3-star so far, and this is setting them back potentially 2 stars depending on what we see with this next attack coming in.
Yes. We got a problem now. Tribe Gaming maybe can get the ticket to the lower bracket. Maybe we have to wait for the last part of this war and the percentage. The percentage was less than 80%. So this is not good for Tribe Gaming. I think Strut with another triple, Strut can get the ticket for the next round.
Yeah, so the double elimination does provide a little bit of a safety net, which isn't too bad of a deal. But what it does do, it forces you to have to use more bases, which is not ideal, and it also gives your opponents opportunity to watch what you're doing and how you're changing up your plan. So I get a little bit more information looking into you, and I know that VN Tomp and I and QSFN are watching both matches going on so far today, and likely taking a sneak peek to see how they can try and secure their place against these two teams, what they can to defend. I think best case scenario for Tribe Gaming right now would be to see some sort of 1-star miraculous defense, which could happen. 1-stars do happen, let's be honest, even to the best of the pros. It all depends on how risky of an attack to go in with, but also baiting. Sometimes you cannot recover an attack. So we've got Tryhard coming in now with the 4th attack for Strut, and Tryhard with the Queen Charge Drag Rider. I don't know that Tribe Gaming necessarily expected Drag Rider attacks rather than Lalo in, so maybe they weren't quite prepared for this. Queen is working her way through. We do want to take down that Town Hall, but the nice thing that we have for this, for now at least, is the Stone Slammer that can do a lot of work to redirect the pathing for those Drag Riders.
Exactly. I don't know if Tryhard wants to take the Town Hall using the Queen Charge. Maybe the Scatter Shot on the 3 o'clock. Oh, that's my answer. Thank you. Invisibility spell to connect the Queen Charge into the Town Hall. Thank you, Tryhard. My bad. Now the Queen Charge is going to the Town Hall, and the Town Hall, or not. Okay, lady.
She will. And he's got the Zapquake ready for the single in the back. So she's got what she needs to funnel this up, but the invisibility spell was much needed to ensure that she went on the pathing. And watch this, waiting for the troops to actually come out before dropping that Zapquake was a perfect combination because it actually takes care of the majority of those CC troops without the Queen having to worry. So that is 200 IQ coming in and making the most value possibly can. We've got the openings, has to do a double combination here to get further into the base so the Queen can get to that multi-section, get to the Warden Tower. But this is where we really need to see Rages coming in. He's got no invisibility, but freezes might need to be used. Poison Bomb at least taken down for now, but he's got to be on top of his Queen while keeping an eye on those Drag Riders.
Oh, the Eagle Artillery! The Queen Charge, it's almost down. Finally, he has to pop it up, the special ability, and the Dragon Riders take him down. Everything in the right compartment. Queen Charge, it's not anymore on the village. Okay, we got a huge problem, like you said. Lady, this final part for this war, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be crazy. Be ready for the last round of this war.
So many traps. You've got the red air bombs, but what we haven't seen here are the SAMs. One picked up by the healers, but the Royal Champ is cutting through. He has created enough of a path, and remember I mentioned that Stone Slammer coming in. That helps out quite a bit. We've got the Royal Champ with the ability freeze down, final one to hold off the scatter shot. She launches that Seeking Shield once she gets to low health, regenerates her to like 75% back to full health. This is why we wait as long as possible to do it and gets it done. And that does save and recover what he needs to get the 3-star. This is Strut going 4 for 4 against Tribe and holding 2 defenses. So again, Tribe Gaming would need to come in with the 3-star but hold a 1-star defense against Strut. But it would have to be a pretty low percent considering where they stand right now percentage-wise.
Did you check the tryhard face? He was like, "Oh my God, I did it! I can't believe it." It was weird, but at the end, we get the triple, and wow, Strut is out of control. Seriously, what a power! What a team! Congratulations, the players. I think it's in the best moment. Watch out, Strut. Watch out, Strut. I mean, Tribe Gaming is. I think it's gonna take the lower bracket ticket. LadyB, I think, in my opinion, and the team. The war will be against Tom Pinay, so it's gonna be a huge war, Tribe Gaming and Tom Pinay.
But you know what that means, though? That means tomorrow we kick it off with Strut versus Queen Walkers, which is going to be quite a fun one to watch. But we've got 2 more wars left to go. We still have attacks left to see how this war finishes off before we go into the lower bracket to see who's going to be playing tomorrow in the lower bracket against the loser of Queen Walkers, Stephanie, and Strut, as long as Strut doesn't get a 1-star, because maybe, you know, I can't always say that too early. You never know what's going to happen. And so far we've seen Yo-Yo, we've seen Boom, we've seen Tryhard, we saw Mask, so we're still waiting for Ask to come in with a final hit. And do we see Rakira's quite yet? Have we seen Rakira's? Is he finishing off strong for us on this one? Let's see. Let's find out. We've got
Like you said,
Nebrax coming in with that
you
final
never
hit.
know, LadyB. You never know, so be ready for the last part, last wave. Now, Tribe Gaming trying to get the ticket. It's so hard, so complex, but not impossible, LadyB. Potion Spell trying to beat both headhunters, and we got a Suicide Heroes Lalu for now using a special air attack. The Town Hall, it's not anymore in the village. It was the Suicide Blade.
Yeah, beautiful job with that, especially with the Zapquake combination coming in. That clears out the compartment, leads the Queen in her hero dive to come through and actually do some amazing work. Look at the pathing that's created. She gets right through the opening to the air sweeper, to the multi-targeting Inferno as a King and Royal Champ, cut their way through the opposite side. So this is full navigation that we want to see. And, oh, I was going to say, if the Hound could actually go to the King, that would have been perfect. Not too much damage coming in, but might need to use an invisibility spell and pop that ability a little bit earlier, because I'm not sure that the Royal Champ can take on the multi on her lonesome.
That's correct. Eagle Eye Theory. The Royal Champion. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the Royal Champion trying to be the enemy king. That's impossible. We know that. Invisibility spell to protect the Queen, trying to get that multi-target Infernal Tower. Finally, the Dragon Rider, it's on the multi-target Infernal Tower in the south compartment. What do you think about this south compartment? We get a Tesla farm, we get the enemy Queen, we get a scatter shot, we got a lot of damage, and at the end, the last multi-target Infernal Tower in the middle of this village. Not anymore in the middle of this village. 5 seconds, LadyB. Nebrax with a triple, I think.
That's absolutely. This is definitely a triple, hands down. A beautiful job to finish off. This is what they need. You know, if you can finish off strong with a 3-star, you go into the lower bracket knowing that it was just a few errors that you need to adjust. 28 seconds, beautiful split on the loons. Drag Riders working. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. The Queen is distracting.
Oh my God, the enemy Queen.
They don't go to the storage, and the King is distracting as well.
Oh my God.
I might have just jinxed it by calling that, because the loons aren't going to have enough time to get
You did it, LadyB. You did it.
I did it. It's going to be a 99%. Come on,
No
loons.
way.
Get in there. Oh, Nebrax. not what he wants, but we know that we are
Oh my
so
God.
so close to that. I mean, I'm giving it to him. That should have been the 13-star war for Tribe Gaming. I'll take the full blame. We've got the Jinx crown right back there. We've got the Queen Jinx sash right up top. You now know why I'm known as the
Don't
Jinx
touch
Queen.
that box, please. Don't touch the don't do it, Lady B. We are good like this. Okay, we are good like this. And did you see the Nimbrux camera? It was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh my god, the king, the queen, everything. At the end, oof, what
Yeah.
complex final part from Tribe Gaming. And well, final part, Ast, watch out, Ast, final hit, and Strut. I think this is pretty easy for Strut.
I feel like Ast is taking the approach of MSE Sports Arium, where he's usually like in chill mode. But we need a different camera angle, and he needs to have his legs up. He's taking it seriously, even though he knows that this war is won. But it would be incredible to see another perfect war since Queen Walker Stephanie came in with a perfect war. This is the intimidation factor that needs, and the confidence factor that needs to come in for both teams to say, look, we're going in equal pairs here. But again, we talk about these pushes coming in. We've got the log launcher to open up, Royal Champ on the opposite side, King Queen working together, all to get to the center of the base. But the Lalo's going to have a big push, and he is coming in with a Snowlo. We've got 2 Ice Hounds to actually help protect, which works out really well in areas that you have multis surrounding air sweepers and heroes, and even for the town hall sections of the base.
Exactly, street players, they need just 1 star, especially talking about Ast. He needs 1 star, 50%, and that's all for this war. We get the Lalo going immediately and directly to the town hall. Okay, watch out this. Rage Spell. The Headhunters, the Ward, and special ability, the protection was so good. And the Balloons has to take out immediately out of the potion spell from the TH14. Let's go! Let's go, Ast!
Yeah, and we've got the other Lava Hound on the opposite side of the base. Would have been nice to see opening up a little bit more towards the Queen, but this is where we have the heal for coming into that multi-section. We've got the enemy Queen taken down, nice and easy, and that freeze for the scatter shot to take it on. This is looking absolutely stunning. 1:13 on the clock. He's got the spread up around of the minions. There's some traps along the way, but he's still got cleanup to bring into this. Plenty of time for these loons to do what they need to do for the cleanup, and the Electro Owl and Warden to take this on. So Shion, give us a nice big fuego for this one, because we've got another perfect war on our hands here.
Fuego! Ast destroyed to the next round. Queen Walker Stephanie tomorrow. That's gonna be our first war tomorrow, and it's gonna be insane. So this is not all for this, okay? We got 2 more wars. The next war, Lady B. The next war is gonna be, well, first, congratulations, obviously, Strut Esports, the winner, taking the ticket for the next round. And I don't know, Lady B, but the pressure, I think, it's gonna be so high for the next war, because you have to win to take the next round, or goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. So even though it's a double elimination, this is the final chance now. QSFN is waiting patiently to face off against Acceptance, who got knocked out in a 15 to 14-star war against Queen Walkers. And then in the wings, we still have Tomp and I waiting to see who they're gonna how they're gonna face off against Tribe Gaming after a 13, I believe, was it 13 to 15-star war, if I'm not mistaken, or was it 12? It was 12 in the end. I'm giving them 13 for that last final jinx, because it should have been a 13-star war to finish off. But you can see here the bracket that we have coming up. So QSFN versus Acceptance coming up next, followed by Tribe Gaming versus VN Tompanai. That is one way to finish off the day. And then, as you can see, tomorrow we will kick it off with 2 perfect war teams. Queen Walker Stephanie facing off against Strut Esports, and then the winners of each of these matches in the lower bracket that we're watching today will wind up going into the lower bracket for tomorrow, and that's going to set the course of our day for the 3 matches we have. And then on Sunday, we get to crown our grand champion, and this is all for that $15,000 prize pool for EWU.
huge prize pool. And yes, you're right. Actually, today we got 4 wars today. We got 3 wars tomorrow. And on Sunday, 1 war or maybe two, depends of the grand final. You know, the double bracket elimination rule. Be ready. For now, the next war, Acceptance QSFN. Hello, Serginho. Hello, my friend Sergio, the CEO and manager from this team, QSFN. The best of the luck for your team and the best of the luck for Acceptance too. So, good luck, guys. You need to win. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a win or you're out. You have the opportunity, and we can see Acceptance coming in from the upper bracket, having to fight their way through QSFN, who has actually been watching every single move. So for Acceptance, we get to see, again, level 99 Anu. We get to see Ink Synthoris, Ink Rio, Oski, and Sean. But talk us through QSFN here.
Yes, QSFN, Brazil in the house. Caetano, Giovanni Loop, one of the most powerful players in QSFN now. ESK, and finally TME. QSFN ready for all. Acceptance, well, Acceptance, you need to improve your work today. You got a huge player, you got a huge team. You can do it. So like I said, the best of the luck for both teams. And we need a huge show for all the people around the chat. So hello people, thank you for being here. Don't forget, like and share.
Absolutely. And get those comments in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking, who you think is going to get this win. Always a great way to share with us. We love reading the comments in the in the chat. We've got, both of us have YouTube and we've got Twitch open, so we can talk to you guys in between, see what you have to say about these matches and who you think is going to ultimately get the win, or in this case, Shion, I'm going to put you on the spot again unless you get saved by the attack. Who do you think has this one in the bag? If you're a betting man, who would you say has this one in the bag, and why?
I don't like that question, LadyB. I don't.
This is why I love to ask it, because it's the most uncomfortable question in the world.
Okay, then that's my opinion for the next war. Okay, that's my opinion for the next war. Okay. I think QSFN. That team, the players have a special, like, I don't know, like emotional thinking about this war, because it's EWU Gaming. EWU Gaming, I don't know if you know this, but this is in the initial of this tournament, like, I don't know, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, it was the Latin tournament. It was just for Latin America teams. That was the first edition. It was, I said, like 3-4 years ago. And Serginho, the CEO for this team, it's like, I don't know, like special feeling, special thinking for this tournament. I think he can push their players to get the ticket for the next round. Acceptance. Talking about Acceptance, I have to talk about this. The war against Queen Walker Stephanie was pretty good. So be careful, QSFN. I think Acceptance, it's a good team, and both teams can reach the next round. But now the question for you, Lady, what do you think about the next war? Your turn.
My turn. So watching QSFN over the past few years, obviously they've had some changes in their rosters. I'm a huge fan of Caetano. So I think, you know, like on any team he's in, I'm there. I'm there and watching. Huge fan of his. And I think that, you know, in seeing what they've done, they often come very, very close to many of the top teams, falling ever so slightly short. So I think knowing that Acceptance is a newer team, despite displaying the power that they had against Queen Walker Stephanie with that 14 to 15 star war, with QSFN looking at that, it gives them the opportunity to try and defend against them, which I think if they take advantage of that, it's going to give QSFN what they need to get the win, because I've seen QSFN going head-to-head against all major teams and just losing by percent. So in that case, even though we've seen an exceptional performance from Acceptance against Queen Walker Stephanie, I think Acceptance had the advantage of surprise coming into it. They had that element of surprise where QSFN, if they're watching and paying attention, can say, okay, so we're going to try and defend against this, and this. And that could give them the extra boost that they need, because we know offensively they go very strong. So I think I'm in the same boat with you, but for different reasons there.
Yeah, almost the same, Lady V. And actually, you're talking about a special word, and you said surprise. I think the surprise action and the surprise team or everything around this word surprise, I think it's acceptance.
Yeah.
I mean, we are good for this. Acceptance, congratulations, you are here. We get the six best teams, like I said, for the whole EWU gaming after a qualifier stage, after a group stage. Finally, you are here. In my opinion, congratulations. You are the surprise team over here with us. I don't know what you think about this, Lady B.
Yeah, they are, I would say they're the dark horse of the matchup. They're coming in less known, which does give a huge advantage to them because for these players, these teams that we see consistently, you're talking about Queen Walker Stephanie, Tribe Gaming, Strut, Tompanai, and QSFN, who are constantly streamed match after match. Acceptance does not get quite as much visibility, which gives them that element of surprise that we're talking about because you don't get to fully see their bases or their attack styles. But speaking of attacks, I hear one coming in. So let's see who we have. We've got Rio of Acceptance kicking it off, already underway here, working through towards that queen. And we've got, again, more hybrid action. So they are sticking to what we already saw against Queen Walkers, but can they get enough value, or did QSFN try and switch up some traps along the way?
Oh my god, again another ground attack. I have to say this, I like it, Lady B. I mean, I'm a super fan from the dragons, especially the super dragons. I love dragons, but I like this on Clash of Clans. I like the air attacks, I like ground attacks, I like hybrids, I like everything. So I like this moment of Clash of Clans, and thank you guys, thank you players for being this like this. So good for spectators, a lot of kind of armies, a lot of kind of strategy. So congratulations and thank you for this show, guys. I have to say this, Lady B.
Yeah, what is great about this, but hard for base builders, is while we enjoy watching the different meta, it's a lot harder for base building to have to stick up for it because you never know who's going to come in with what. The Queen's still carrying on strong, but there's a multi that never went down on the back end. We've got the Hogs coming through for reinforcement, but there's going to have to be a huge backtrack, and I don't even see the miners here. So this might be QSFN paying attention to what they needed to do. This did not go in the direction. Look at those giant bombs all the way up top. Did he not pop that Warden ability right? This is way too much for the Queen to carry through. And this was definitely a great solid defense coming in from Luke Zera to hold back Acceptance from the start. This puts QSFN in a major position of power coming into this war. And I think we both called it, coming into this as the dark horse, as the lesser known team, does give them advantage, except when you have someone in the wings waiting and watching to see what they're doing, which QSFN seems to have done.
Yes, actually the attack was and ouch. That's my my final opinion for this attack. I think this player needs a backup plan, Lady B, because the Queen charge was the outside for this village. We got two Inferno Tower, especially the one in the middle. I don't know. We need a backup plan, my friend, when we got a huge problem like that. So this is the first attack of this war, so relax yourself. Don't worry.
Yeah. Definitely more to come, and they can turn this around. Just because you have a bad start to the war does not mean you can't turn it around. We've even seen that happen with one-star wars from time to time, where you can start off with a one-star and completely turn it around. It all depends on the defenses that you can bring into the mix. Unfortunately for Acceptance, they were unable to defend against Queen Walker Stephanie with that perfect war, but are they able to defend against QSFN is the bigger question here. Queen Walker Stephanie obviously does get the majority of the highlights, but they are one of the top teams. I mean, they are the twice over Vice World Champions, only coming so short from actually reaching World Championship. I think it's unarguable that these teams, that Queen Walkers is just one of the best in the world. But again, I hear the battle cry coming in. So let's see, as Loop Zera, after coming in from that defense, looks to put the 3-star on the board and take advantage of this lead that they could potentially get in with an air attack. We've got the Queen Charge Flame Flinger Lalo, and he's going in. Look at this. We've got Okay, I see what Acceptance is doing. They're coming in with the ring style bases. They're going for those anti-twos to try and trip them up. Let's see how Loop handles this one, how much he's doing like in Legends League and working with those ring style bases. But the smartest thing that he's doing is bringing in the Flame Flinger, which is one great way of starting to section off a corner of the base, focus the queen's target to get towards that town hall. We also have the opening to get the king in to ensure over by the 8 o'clock side of the base that the queen stays forced in and goes around. But we do have the jump that's going to connect everything through.
That's correct, and we know this. This kind of design of this village, this kind of label for this village, it's like this. When you get this army, the Queen Charge Lalo, you have to connect the Queen Charge into the middle to take down the tunnel hall, or you're gonna get a huge problem at the end of this attack. Finally, the DPS is so high, the damage is so powerful into the Queen. Watch out, the lava pops, and finally using a lot of spells around the Queen Charge because Loop Sarah, he needs to connect the Queen Charge into the middle, like I said, Lady B, or this is gonna be a huge problem.
He dropped the invisibility spell, but missed the queen on in the scatter shot. He had to force the ability, at least did not lose it through. But it gives the queen just enough power to get through, along with the royal champ riding by her side, taking down the eagle. But this means the queen has nothing left over to help out with the scatter shot and the defending king to try and get through, because there's no invisibility, no rage. That Seeking Shield launches off to take on the multi-targeting Inferno, but it's not going to be enough to take down the king. Queen takes down the single, but can she get through this, or is Lalo going to have to contend with it? This Warden ability has already been used. I'm a little bit worried here for Loop, unless he gets a nice split, because he is surrounding the loons around this base. It will distract the scatter shot, but the main pack of loons coming in, that big main pack, are taking the brunt of the force.
I don't like it. We got a lot of balloons trying to beat this scatter shot at the end.
We
Loop
got it.
Sarah, 50 seconds! The scatter shot is down! No more seconds, no more time, and we got a triple! Brazil in the house, Lady B.
Absolutely. And you can see, like, he looks a little bit stressed about that because he did not get the full value he wanted out of that queen. That missed invisibility spell forced the queen ability, and again, luckily for him, he did not lose the queen through the ability, because that can happen with your scatter shots. So he handled it perfectly. Ideally, he wanted that ability coming through into the core of the base so the queen could take on the scatter and the king, and the loons could circumvent around the outside of the base. But that didn't happen. He kept his cool. He had a massive pack of loons working together, and the additional loons to come in for reinforcement along the sides, which if he for some reason hit a bunch of traps, lost them somehow, would have been able to help split the focus here.
Yeah, you're right, actually. That part was very important. And like I said, the Queen Charge trying to be the Tunkel, but before all the problems, all the spells, all the thinking around the Queen Charge, the control was pretty good. At the end, the control was pretty good for this Brazilian player, and the result was a super triple. So congratulations, my friend Loop Sarah, and watch out the second wave of attacks in few more seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to see how Acceptance try and turn this one around. They do need to pick up that 3-star, but Loop coming in with the defense, with the triple, is definitely carrying the team through with a nice, strong lead. So this is huge for them, and we'll have to wait and see what Acceptance can do. We've seen them predictable with the hybrid. Going again with the hybrid, so this could be an opportunity. But again, look at the base. This is a nice base to go for because we've got an easy opening to the town hall. The only thing that I'm looking for is those bomb towers, because those can pose a huge area of damage, including with surrounding giant bombs for your hybrid. And I don't see it in the core here, but it doesn't mean that you can't get it done. You just want to pick up as much damage as possible. The single in the core of the base could be problematic with the lure over, but the main thing is to keep that queen on target, on course, to work her way up through and take on that defending queen. So you can already see using the openings to weave her in and out, and then try and force her a little bit further through inside.
Actually, you're right, and I think this team, these guys love the Queen Charge hybrid. Again, this kind of army, miners and hog riders, and if Oski can connect the Queen Charge into the scatter shot in the right, on the left compartment, it's gonna be pretty well because the last part will be pretty easy. He can beat the scatter shot, the enemy queen, and especially the last Inferno Tower on the left, which is the multi-target Inferno Tower. And you know, LadyB, the multi-target. Oh, watch out! The queen is almost down, LadyB. You got
Wow. Cutting it really close with a lot of damage coming in. That Royal Champ working alongside, trying to get to that single nice and fast. Lassie taking the lead for her to help her, but she is on death's door there. Jumps into the heal to get a little bit more power through, but she needs those hogs taking the place for her. Queen, get that rage down. Loses because he misses the invisibility on the time factor, so the multi stands. This is all about timing. Oski's head is down, and I think it's gonna stay down after this, because we've got hogs that are going to try and work their way through. Let's see how much power is left. The king just on his last leg. Royal Champ surprisingly actually took over the healers and is able to maybe, whoa, he's going to actually turn this one around. Let's get your head back up there. There you go, Oski. You've got what you need to finish it off by the skin of your teeth. You've got the time to do it, but it was the power that was the question. And man, what a beautiful, beautiful recovery. So losing out the queen isn't always the worst thing in the world if you can get the proper transfer over. And that Royal Champ certainly helped carry it along with some of those hogs.
Woof! Finally the triple. Watch out, QSFan. I told you, this team acceptance could be the huge surprise. I mean, it's the huge surprise for this tournament, so be careful, QSFN. I know, LadyB, I got a feeling. Acceptance, I think, can beat the QSFN team, with all my respect, obviously. And I know all the players and the CEO, like I said, Serginho, but I think acceptance, it's so hard. Using Queen Charge Hybrid, we know this attack since the, I don't know, 2019, something like that. And we are in 2022 and we are using this ground attack, which is good. I like it.
But what I think the best thing about this is, you know, for any of those players that players that watch out there on stream and they're not Town Hall 14, you can see the progression of how this works as you start leveling up. All the basics are going to be the same. The only difference is what your focus is with your heroes, especially as you start adding on additional heroes and more power to them. But obviously the mechanics still remain the same, whether you're, you know, a Town Hall 10 or a Town Hall 14 to go in with this. And I hear those battle signals again with Caetano coming in with the Lalo. So we switch back over to air, starting off with a blimp. I see 5 invisibility spells, so I expect to see a nice blizz coming through here. Not fully to get to the Town Hall, but to lure the CC, take on the Eagle, and take down some of those surrounding defenses, including that multi-targeting Inferno.
Yeah, the Blizzard was pretty good, actually. This is a true bits outside the Clan Castle, which is good. He has to take down the multi-target Inferno Tower. Oh my god, the Blizzard was so powerful. All the compartment is down except the Royal Champion, but come on, LadyB. Caetano is a rock star in Brazil. He's a super player, and I think he can get a huge triple right now. Finally, the potion spell trying to beat the super minions, and okay, this is not a Queen Charge. This is a Suicide Heroes Lalo. We have to wait for it.
Yeah, he does need the protection of the queen, which is why we saw that early drop of the poison spell. We've got the Ice Golem to provide tanking, but we are going to work the king, the Royal Champion, all together to get towards that Town Hall. He does not want the loons to have to pass through there, so this is a big push coming in, and it's all about protection for the queen. Singles targeted on her. He might want to get a freeze down. Does get that done as the king actually barrels his way through. This is perfect opportunity to pop the king's ability, get the barbarians to take the lead, and give the king the power and force to knock it down. He seems to have this mostly under control as he's distracting the defending queen, but the Skellies are going to hold this off slightly before the queen takes her way on. But I think he's gotten done exactly what he had hoped to out of this.
I think, did you watch the Super Wall Breaker activating all the bombs beside the Town Hall? It was like testing like a sneaky gobbling over there. It was incredible. Finally, the Queen can take the Town Hall down. We get the fly on the north. We get the special ability of the Warden trying to be a good support for all the balloons finally, the lava on, the lava pops in the air, and the last scatter shot take him down by the free spell for now. We got a lot of balloons around the scatter shot. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Gaetano, double like for you, my friend.
Yeah, we got double thumbs up there. And what I want to point out is when you see those loons coming in from different sides, it's not only to help get the defenses on the opposite sides, but when you have an area like a scatter shot that can refocus its direction, it's such a good idea to have your additional loons coming in and pathing around like that. Caetano showing his expertise here. And I got to give a shout out to the background that he has. He's got one of the most incredible setups from QSFN that you saw lit up in the background with the logo, which is awesome. I know we've got our own backgrounds, but I almost think like his is way cooler than ours.
Yeah, I actually yes. I like the setup from Caetano. I know the setup. It's like the QSFN logo on like that. Like I don't know. it's a huge logo like that. And well, like I said, the Caetano's a rock star. And well, talking about details about the attack, I love the last part. Like you said, a lot of balloons around the scatter shot, and you know the scatter shot. It's impossible to take down all the balloons around that defense. So that's the right way to beat the last scatter shot. We don't have more spells. We do have just balloons. That's the right way to take down the last scatter shot.
Yeah, and this is a perfect way for them to continue on from the 3-star that they started with, as well as the defense that they held. So a 1-star lead still in their favor here as we wait to see how Acceptance continue on. So with the third attack coming in from Acceptance, we've got Anu with the Queen charge, Lalo. But again, you look at the amount of loons that we're bringing in, so we don't expect to get a huge amount of value out of this. We do have the Stone Slimer, of course. If we see the Warden coming in with the Queen charge, or with the King push coming in, that's where we would expect to see the Queen trying to charge her way all the way through the base. But I do mostly suspect to see the Lalo coming in for the Town Hall on this side, and the scatter shot, the Stone Slammer for the scatter shot at 9 o'clock.
I don't like it. I think the Queen charge has to take the multi-target Inferno Tower in the middle, especially the CC troops. Look at the first super wall breaker, and finally the Queen charge can take. No! Goodbye, Queen charge!
Yep.
Goodbye, invisibility spell! Doesn't work! Healers! Oh my god, LadyB, you can call the 911. We got a huge problem now.
Yeah, we do. But this is where he can adjust and ensure that he has a Lalo coming in from the Town Hall side. Royal Champ still keeping this on track. He would have actually had a nice opening to work that Queen around and work alongside of the King to potentially get to the Town Hall. But for now, CC needs to be taken care of. And we're in a situation where we saw before where there needed to be some nice recovery and something that did not work out. He still has the Stone Slammer. He's got a lot of power left and the entire Lalo with the Warden plus the Queen ability. He's got a Rage for that Queen to keep it going, but he might want to hold on to it for the Town Hall. However, still needs to make sure that the Queen survives long enough to help out. The Stone Slammer is going to take the lead here and give the Lalo the pass that it needs. Biggest problem is going to be the Tesla farm.
That's correct. The Tesla farm, like you said, on the north, exactly on the 12th o'clock, between 11 and 12. The first and only Lava Hunt, a lot of balloons, trying to beat each Tesla over there. The Stone Slammer trying to be a good tank. Finally, the last free spell for the Town Hall. The special ability, he has to use a special ability now to protect the last part of these balloons. But like I said on the beginning of this attack, it didn't take the multi-target Inferno Tower, and that's gonna be the huge problem at the end. LadyB, you can't beat that Inferno Tower without the Queen. 30 seconds, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a 99% attack.
But the single goes down. Biggest problem is, wait. There's something on the Royal Champ podium. 20 seconds. It's one archer going for it. Queen's in the core. She needs to be through the wall to get to the multi. That's down. They've got time. Oh no, she loses out the power that she has, but she has the archers working with her, taking on too much damage though. And you are right, it is going to be. Oh, look at his face, the 99. I think he's in just about as much shock as we are. If he had had a little bit more power from those minions that just died out through the red air bomb, he could have maybe have gotten through it as a little extra distraction. and gotten through that wall. So close.
Okay. That's the face of a 99%. Did you see that face? Come on. I want to give you a huge hug, my friend, like that. Because the face was like, come on. I did all pretty well. I mean, well, except the first part with the queen charge.
Yeah.
But the backup plan, in my opinion, was pretty good.
Yep.
Come on. The last multi-target Inferno Tower just... It was a failed time, actually, because... with, I don't know, 5-6 more seconds, he can get the triple. He can get the triple. Oh my god.
It's a tough one, you know, and they're coming so close. But what I can say for acceptance is they held phenomenally well against Queen Walker Stephanie. They're still showing their skill and level here coming up against QSFN, but QSFN had the advantage to watch and see how to try and defend and protect. And it seems they've taken advantage of that. So we've got TME, aka Berna, which I don't know if you know, but I call him Cess Bernal, because he's known as Berna, and it's not Bernal, which some people have asked. But we do have the Queen charge, Lalo. Nice use of the baby drag to start funneling in the Queen, but we also have a log launcher. We're seeing more and more of these, because it creates some great value in these open area spaces, especially when you have multis or singles in the core of the way, and can create some amazing pathing working alongside of those heroes.
You're right, lady. Watch out the queen charge. The first part was pretty good. Watch out oh, come on. We got a problem now. The queen charge is taking outside. She's going outside the village. This is not good.
That's
the
fine.
queen charge, it's going to the 9 o'clock. The super wall breaker trying to get back the queen into the middle, and I think the plan is good, but the log launcher, it's alone. Just the king, the royal champion, and the queen charge. It's going to the scatter shot. We get the 2 last super wall breakers, and well, at the end, I like it, LadyB.
This is exactly what he actually wanted to do, because the log launcher actually goes for the core of the base with the Yetis to take out the multis. You can use the king to spread through on the outside end of the base. And when I talk about the Lalos on the back end, this is where you're going to see it. Though we've used the warden, so that's a little bit worrisome coming into it. Hold on, it's the queen that needs to jump into it, because the warden has already been used. This is exactly what he wanted to do, though. Get that queen through, get the core of the base taken out, and the Lalo now can support with the scatter shot, with the outside defenses, and help out this queen. Get the hound in, get the loons coming through, and this is going to help push through. But look at these Yetis go. They're taking some damage. They're taking the focus off of the loons from the scatter shot. The Yetis are already taking shots on it, so this is helping out quite a bit.
Yeah, actually, the queen charge was incredible. Come on, my bad at the beginning of this. Okay, where are we going? Okay, finally, we got the queen charge taken down. All the north compartment, 45 seconds. We got a lot of troops in the army. We got 2 spells, swag of troops. TMA.
Wow.
Come on, congratulations, LadyB. The queen charge was insane. The control was incredible. Come on, my friend. You did a huge attack right now.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile on his face.
Yeah.
It says it all. He knows the power of that, and that was absolutely stunning. I'm still yet waiting to see anyone come in with the back-end town hall, which we don't get to see as much of anymore. We see a lot of people taking these long drive queen charge approaches, which can be really cumbersome and also very risky if you lose out your queen, especially due to a lot of that damage that comes in. But they're handling it really well, and they're showing their exceptional power, all of these players, at their queen charges. And for any of those players out there that are not Town Hall 13 that are watching this saying, I don't even understand what's going on, the basic fundamentals are still there. As soon as you get your queen at Town Hall 9, it's all about upgrading her and the power and using those healers and learning to charge her through, and also shaping up the funnel, because you mentioned the opening where she didn't go through the center of the base, but the log launcher could take that on, where the queen can actually work through in a different section as long as you funnel the opposite side and then power through. But that's an extensive push. So when you're doing your farming, your raids, any friendly challenges, try these out. Try different ways of actually pushing your queen into different compartments to get to where you want to go, especially as you get to the weaponized town halls in Town Hall 12, because that's where you really want to see a lot of focus of your queen working through.
You're right. Actually, one of the most common question is, hey Shion, can you tell me what's your army farmy army and your army for any war, and I use exactly the same because I need to practice my queen charge in this case. In my opinion, if you can use a queen charge correctly, you can combine the queen charge with Lalo. You can combine your queen charge with the miners, hog rider, the hybrid. You can combine the queen charge with a lot of kind of armies, and you can be a huge and a powerful player of Clash of Clans. So here's recommendation: you have to learn how to use a queen charge.
Yeah, so practice, practice, practice. Now let's see how much practice Sean has with his queen charge as he lines it up to get the queen working in towards the eagle compartment. Uses the wall break because he doesn't have it fully set up, but he did line up the pathing, as you can see from the storage up top near the pet house, and rages up those healers to get the queen staying strong because there is a lot of incoming damage with the king, with the archer tower. Might want to drop, does he even have a headhunter? No, he doesn't. So needs his queen to stay on focus and on point, because when you're bringing in a queen charge, you do need to get as much value as possible. That's a lot of troop space to lose out early on. So this is why you don't want to force that ability early. But he's handling it well, starting from the northern side. Hold up. Hold up. We've got Sneaky Gobs. He dropped the invisibility spell to try and help out, but he misses out on getting the Town Hall taken down with the Sneaky Gobs. Unfortunately, because they went for the Dark Elixir storage. We missed a little bit in that corner of what happened. I'd love to see that on replay after this, if possible, because that is a huge, huge suffering and loss to invest your blimp to try and take that on, and the invisibility spell. This now means that he's going to have to bring his king, maybe his royal champion, to come in with it. Typically, the king works on the outside edge of the base, but he's got nothing to finish this off except the queen, perhaps, and holding off on the royal champion is going to be critical here.
Exactly, especially we need to activate the backup plan right now, right here, right now. The Tunkel is still alive, but I think Sean, it's like continue with the same plan, right? Using the air attack, the Hydra in the north, the Queen Charge trying to be the south compartment, and yes, okay, Sean, you have to beat the Tunkel, and finally the Dragon. Okay, LadyB, I don't like this. I don't like this. Finally, the Royal Champion. Okay, the Royal Champion with the last free spell can beat the Tunkel. It's not easy. It's gonna be complex.
She's got her ability. She's got this. She's got the drag rider. Her ability. She's got it. Queen's still going strong for the scatter shot. This was a beautiful save and recovery. Is it enough for the 3-star is the question, though, as the queen just forces through that ability. And this queen taking on so much damage as that battle builder continues to keep it going strong. She needs more support. And 30 seconds, Shion, with that Warden Tower. That Warden Tower is going to do her in. It's not enough. It is going to be another defense here for QSFN.
Yeah, actually, I don't know what you think about this, LadyB, but the Warden Tower is so powerful. It's so powerful. The hit is like, oh my god, stop do that, because the hit is so powerful. The Queen Charge can't with this Warden Tower. I don't know. And well, the percentage again. The percentage 85% at the end. Okay, QSFN 9-9. The score is 9-9, but be careful. QSFN has another attack. So, LadyB, I don't want to say anything, but QSFN could be the team to get the ticket for the next round.
Yeah, looks like they could be a 3-star lead on this one if they pick up another triple. I do have to give a huge kudos because that was a beautiful recovery of saving the 2-star, which is most important. He handled that very, very well. Waiting for the opportune time to drop that Royal Champion because it is very difficult. But again, I'd love to see that replay at some point and see exactly what happened to those sneaky gobs. I think the blimp got caught off course, and I think there might have actually have been something like a tornado trap or something that pulled them into the Dark Elixir storage, and that unfortunately he was not able to recover. But we've got Esk coming in for QSFN. Esk, definitely one of my favorite players. He knows me as Sir B, apparently. He calls me Sir B, so I call him Miss Esk. But we've got him coming in with we are coming in with a deep dive into that town hall. You talk about risky, but sometimes that's how you have to play, especially against these anti 2-star bases. the ring style bases that look to actually hold off 1 stars. But he's got a beautiful position here, so he should be fine on this.
Oh my god, I think this is the hard part when you want to use a blizzard. Okay, you can clear, you can take out a corner from any village. A corner, like I said. But not the middle. The middle is so hard, especially when you got a level like this. The town hall in the middle. My respect, ESK. Did you watch the damage around the blizzard? It was so high. Almost 30% only with the blizzard, Lady B.
Yeah, 30% with a blizzard. But what he got was the lure of the rocket loons, which actually stalled them so that the ability of the rocket loons did not impact the queen coming in, which gives these heroes huge value working around the outside perimeter of the base, picking up the scatter shot, taking down the defending queen, the yak, providing excellent tank here, and that royal champ able to carry this on. So this makes for a much easier Lalo to come through on the back end, even though there are multis. He still has a lot of power to get into this with the freezes to hold them off and the invisibility spell to help out.
Exactly. Watch out the Tesla farm. The last part, it's so complex. I know he has a Laloon, but the DPS is so high. We get 3x bow. Okay, ground target. It doesn't matter. The last 2 Tesla. We got a lot of balloons. We have no more heroes. Finally, the queen trying to beat the last 2 X-Bow. The damage is too hard. Come on, QSFL, QSFL. No, Lady B, no!
They will not be able to hold the 3-star lead, but they will be able to pick up a reasonable percentage on the 2-star, just getting somewhere in that 90% range. You can see the archer on the 9 o'clock side, minions working on the storages there. So he's got the time to pick up more value, but with the lead that they have, it doesn't matter. We're just talking about a 2-star lead now. It was a very risky approach, attack strategy, especially with the 2 multis on the back end of the base, and only having the 2 freeze spells for it. The 1 invisibility spell he carried on nicely, holding off that wizard tower, but he had to play 2 of those freezes to help with the multi, so was not able to fully really function with it. Even though the queen tried getting in there, she did not get in there in time to support the Lalo, and that was a little bit of the problem. So could have been maybe adjusted with some slight changes on the timing of the Laloon, but 92%, you can't shake your head at all, and it still keeps them with the 2-star lead.
Yeah, actually, I don't get it. The first part was incredible good. It was pretty good. The Blizzard, and then the Suicide Heroes was so-so, but 50% using Blizzards and the Blizzard and the Suicide Heroes, and at the end, on the north part with 3x boat with ground target, so that's pretty good for an air attack, obviously, for the last part for the Laloon. So I don't get it. What was the problem? What was the huge problem on this attack? Why this percentage? Why, Lady B? I don't get it.
I honestly think, without actually looking back at it, just from memory of it coming in, I would say definitely the timing of the heroes, because they didn't get into the core to support that Laloon, because there were those 2 multi-targeting Infernos. Had he delayed the Lalo, or the queen had gotten less distracted to come in, there would have been more power behind it. So that's part of the issue for it. A lot of people saying that it's because the Lalo didn't have he didn't have the Grand Warden with it, but still, if he had the power of the heroes to work through, it could have helped out. So let's take a look at Synthoris as he comes in with this nice opener, gets a Royal Champ to work her way through. We've already expended quite a bit of value out of this with the King and the Queen. And have we really gotten everything that we want? Because this Lalo has to do a lot of work. This is very widespread. You've got the single that you have to push through. And I think this spread could be problematic for Synthoris.
Yeah, actually, he's using the one and only Archer to move the Lava Hunt to the right corner, which is a good plan. Then you can split out your army, your air attack, and obviously that a good strategy. So you have to learn about this kind of strategy. What has you seen to us from Acceptance? Well, for now, multi-target Inferno Tower. the last scatter shot, and special attention on the enemy queen. Watch out the last part. Headhunters, balloons, and okay, I'm scared. The queen is taking down balloons. I don't like this at all.
But this is why we have the Skelly spell here to distract her. He needs to send in those headhunters to help out. She's there, freezes her up, and the headhunters, are they going for her? Yes, she's down. We've got the defending king. Loon's working their way through, but he needs to haste past the wizard tower to finish this off. And with that, he will be able to get the 3-star. 43 seconds is more than enough time, even with the storage up top already starting to pick away at it, and it's low health. Look at that. That minion's got it in the bag.
Watch out the lava Honad. Well, we got the warden full with HP. I think we got it. Another triple acceptance. Not enough, Lady B. The war, it's so good for QSFN. Well, there was a good triple. We have to say that, but not enough for now.
No, but at least getting those 3 stars in keeps their heads held high and shows the fight that they have within them. So that's the final attack here for acceptance. 12 stars they finish off with QSFN sitting at 11 stars and 1 more attack left to go. I mean, a simple 1 star could do the job for them with the percentage difference that they have. And I already hear, I thought I heard the sounds of the attack coming through, but maybe just a little preemptive. However, QSFN needs that safe 2-star to certainly secure what they need. So as long as nobody's asleep or loses Wi-Fi or anything like that, I think we can easily say QSFN will move on forward into the lower bracket to face off against, we actually don't know who yet, because we've got the next matchup after this, Tribe versus Tompanai.
What a war. What a war. Yeah. The next war will be the last one. And the next war, it's a huge war. Like you said, Tribe Gaming against Tompanai. It's going to be a huge one. We are in the lower bracket, so you need to win if you want to get the ticket for the next round against, I think, QSFN. For now, Giovanni, last attack. My friend Lady B, watch out this. We get a suicide blame. I don't think if this is a blizzard, just a double invisibility spell. No, just a simple suicide blink to take out the CC troops and finally to split, to cut out the village into 2 parts.
Yeah, so the Yeti Blimp raging up to get the power that he needs to actually clear out that core. He wants to make his way into the town hall portion of this base, and this is how he's starting it off. Also gets a lure out of it. So when you're using these blimps, you typically want to go for an area where you get that double duty function of luring the CC. Helps out the queen here. We've got the ice golem tanking, but the queen's going to need more than that to get through. So we bring in the king to work along, and he's going to help section off. We talked about funneling for queen charges. Well, it's exactly the same for these hero dives, or also known as Sui dives, that come in with nothing to really protect them other than maybe a giant or a golem. Jump leads across to get the queen exactly the access she needs to get in, but we have 2 invisibility spells to ensure that she gets what she needs and her ability as well. But the scattershot wants to focus. She needs to hurry up and take the pace. Might need to force this ability. Drops the invisibility and pops her ability at the same time. So this means only 1 more invisibility left to go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we got a couple of details to talk about this part, Lady B. Please. The first invisibility was bad because it was laid from Giovanni. And okay. Oh my god, the Tungle is down at the end and down. The second invisibility spell was for the clan castle and not for the queen for the queen. Why? Because he wants the queen taking the town hall and not the clan castle. The first detail about the first invisibility was pretty bad, but the second one was incredible good. Congratulations, Giovanni. I don't know if this will be a triple, but the details was incredible.
Oh, it certainly will. There's no splash on the back end. The AD they'll get through. He's got a massive pack of loons coming in. Warden and Electra Owl still going strong in this one. I think the biggest thing is these minions working through, but he's got a sneaky gob to actually help out with any of the storages and speed it up. I would actually drop it down for the Dark Elixir drill, but the minions seem to be on it, so he drops it on the northern side, speeding this up. And you know what? Shion, it is going to be another 3-star finish, which means it's 14 stars. I mean, this is what Acceptance put up going up against Queen Walker Stephanie. And I really feel that QSFN watched what Acceptance was doing. So huge congratulations to QSFN, who will be advancing on into the lower bracket in tomorrow's matchup, but we're still waiting to see who they're facing off against. And we've got to give a huge shout out to Acceptance for their phenomenal performance today and through the entire series of EWU. So you can see in the bracket here, Queen Walker Stephanie and Strut Esports advancing on for tomorrow's upper bracket match. And we've got QSFN going into the lower bracket. We're waiting to see next in this matchup to come, Tribe Gaming versus Tompanai. Who's out and who's going to move on to face off against QSFN. Now, winner of that war will have to face off against the loser of Queen Walker Stephanie and Strut. And that is all going to be tomorrow. But we still have this final amazing way to finish off our day today, Shion, with Tribe versus Tompanai.
You're right, my friend LadyB. And well, next war, like you are saying, Tribe Gaming VN Tompanai. What a war! This is the last war from today. Don't forget, we got another stream tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. And now, Tribe Gaming, Kronos, Nebrax, Floxy, and Rikiris with knowledge. Tribe Gaming ready to try to beat Tompanai.
Absolutely. And we've got Rigo Torres for Tompanai. He was one of the MVP hitters. We had two, though, for Tompanai. So Rigo Torres and Hawk, aka Mammoth, where there's two MVP players. We've got Amualin, Eltano, and Mechuo coming in to represent. Now, this is a nicely formed team, with Hawk being one of those new players to the team. We're talking about how a lot of these teams have actually resituated this year. You like it. I mean, Mammoth has done such phenomenal work for the team. And while I think there's maybe a slight language barrier, they still work through it exceptionally well.
You're right, my friend LadyB. And we need to talk about Tompanai because, well, this team is so powerful as Tribe Gaming, but especially this team has two players, Rigo Torres and Almalin, with three participation in the World Championship of Clash of Clans since 2019 with Team Kessel, 2020 with the Existence, and on the last year with Tompanai Empire. So huge team. And now we got the two new players. We can call two new players, Hawk from Italia and the Eltano for Argentina. Kronos for now. First attack, LadyB, all yours.
Okay, so we've got what you've actually been waiting for. We've got a hybrid, or the Hydra coming in, but it's Queen Charge Hydra. We haven't seen this all day. We've got the two Drag Riders to help support. Queen's going to charge her way through to shape up the path. I like the use of the Yeti. We're seeing this more and more, and it's something that since we had the updated level to the Yeti, you get more power out of it to shape up what the Queen needs for her pathing. You can see the loons coming in, not necessarily serving as Coco loons, but really helping to shape up what's needed to force the Queen into the Eagle compartment.
Okay, Queen Charge, trying to take down the Eagle Artillery, the enemy Queen. That's going to be the hard part. I think Kronos needs to use the last Headhunter. Of course, we got the last Headhunter trying to be the king, because instead the Headhunter, he needs to use the Rage spell. But in this case, just with the Headhunter, has the control, has everything under control, LadyB.
Yeah, and these drags can actually work through that Queen pretty easily. So the Headhunter to help take out the King is much better value for the Queen, so she doesn't have to burn through her ability. Beautiful wall break in. Look at that opening to get to the multi. We're going to see likely an early ward ability coming through the Scattershot Queen area to get through nice and easy, but we still got to get that blimp in there, clipped for the Town Hall as the King works around the outside edge, taking on the defenses and keeping everything on course. Because as we see with hybrids, where you have those miners that spread their way out, the same thing with Hydra. Dragons work their way out, so you need something to keep it in line, and that is the King. Ooh, a Yeti blimp. Look at this. The Yeti blimp to take down the Town Hall, Shion.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise over there. And well, the Queen Charge, like you said, that last Super Wall Breaker was pretty good. Then, because that Super Wall Breaker, we can connect that Queen Charge into the multi-target Inferno Tower, and the enemy
Rest of the base.
royal champion. Now, watch out the single target Infernal Tower in the middle. That's a huge defense. And the last scatter shot on the south compartment. We have 3 more free spells. The last invisibility spell. I think the royal champion can get the 3 stars from Kronos right now on Tribe Gaming attack. 35 seconds, Lady B.
Yeah,
Do
this is a race to the clock. So he wants to hold on to this Royal Champ ability as long as possible because of the time factor. He can use this to actually clutch it across the base, but these freezes are coming in handy. He might even want to drop the invisibility spell right now for the Royal Champ to come through, but it's all about time. 19 seconds, and he does have it. Drops the invisibility spell to help the king get across, and we will see that Seeking Shield ensuring that this gets done in time, but the Queen certainly helping to secure this one. Beautiful 3-star start for Kronos of Tribe Gaming, and this is setting the tone for Tomp and I to have to start off with as well.
I think this war could be 15-14, 14-15, so be ready for a huge score at the end of this war. And well, base builders, hello. But I think this war is gonna be 14-15, 15-14, or maybe 15-15. Come on, why not, Lady B? 15-15, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, that would be incredible because that means then we would be looking at the time factor. Not something that we often get to see, but we do know that the 2 teams playing in the upper bracket tomorrow did both have perfect wars. That could be a possibility, but I kind of highly doubt it. I think that's where we're going to see the base builders coming to life. I think we're going to see a lot of the base building coming and joining and saying, okay, look, we got to go up against Queen Walkers, or Queen Walkers are going to say we got to go up against Strut. So you're going to see it from both sides with some excellent base building coming through. I think, not that it's going to be a low scoring war, but I think you're going to see a lot of baiting in those matches. Let's see what Machuo can do kicking this one off with the Queen charge. Lalo here. Again, not a lot of loons in the mix, only 19, and we will still need some for the Coco action to help the Queen out. So the Flame Flinger is going to provide a lot of opportunity and is a good position if he can get it for, I mean, the Queen's on course for the Town Hall, so he can shape it up for another side of the base as the Queen can carry through with those 2 additional super wall breaks. But he's going to keep her alive. Whoa!
No way! Oh, come on, Machuo from Costa Rica. Oh my god, the Queen charge is not anymore on the village. This will be a huge problem. The backup plan is activated right now. Oof, the plan, well, the initial plan was the Queen charge needs to cross that wall to take down the Town Hall. Now, we got a King Walk. Come on, Lady B, this is a huge problem. Double multi-target Infernal Tower, and the north area, it's so high, and maybe the Tesla form is gonna be over there, my friend.
And the Flame Flinger really can't do much because the Queen didn't even take down the initial Expo, which is actually one of 2 defenses that can outrange that Flame Flinger. So let's see if he switches it up or if he tries to navigate this King moving in. Again, there's 2 additional super wall breakers, but he's lost out the healers. If he can take down the multi, that's one huge factor. Royal Champ trying to keep going strong on this, and we are going to Lalo from the Town Hall side. Flame Flinger is going to have to work on the back end. This is all about recovery right now for the 2-star, trying to ensure, but he's got to get to that 51% mark to activate the Town Hall or get a drop of the Loon that has some splash to the Town Hall in order to activate it. Should get it with those Teslas, but he doesn't. And this is unfortunate. There we go. It's open now. He's got the Stone Slammer coming in, but this is going to be some low percent and no more Flame Flinger. Tornado Trap opening up. Can he keep this going with the Rage? I don't even know what's inside of it, but we have no freeze to hold this off. Warden trying to help out. The damage from the Stone Slammer doing quite enough, and the Rage does secure the 2-star.
OMG with this attack. Oh my god, everything. Oh my god, Machuo. The percentage is too low, Lady V. Less than 70% over here. 25 seconds in. I can't believe it. Ah, come on, Machuo. I want to give you a huge hug. He's a huge player, you know him, Lady V, but we got a huge levels, and come on, the level from Fluxy was pretty good. At the end, 65%.
That's going to be a tough comeback around from, but you know what? You asked where the base builders were, and you just found out.
Oh my god.
I'm putting this jinx on you.
Oh
Well,
my.
welcome to the world of jinxing. You've been initiated.
Well,
you,
come
you'll,
on, Lady B.
you'll receive your pin and badge in 5 to 7 business days. So just hang tight and.
Come on.
But yeah,
Okay, let's.
this shows the importance really of the queen charge and keeping your focus on your queen charge, especially knowing the damage coming in. And unfortunately, if we look back, we'd likely see that the rages were a little bit too slow. Maybe not using an invisibility spell. Invisibility spells, by the way, are such a great back pocket item to get your queen out of sticky situations. But I think what we can say is that Machuo is certainly feeling the pressure of this war to try and get into the next round. But we need to see what kind of defense Tompanai has coming in, because this is not the end. And we do have the next attack coming through with Nebrax. If they can hold Nebrax, this could give them a little bit more of an optimistic approach coming in, hoping that they can hold 2 defenses. Because with the low percentage, you typically need to hold an extra star over, like not just 1 star, but 2 stars over.
You're right, Lady B. You have to know this. Rigo Torres is he's a good base builder, and Rigo Torres, your team, your friends, your players need your defense right now. For now, we got a Hydra. You know the combination between the regular dragons and the dragon riders, trying to get the perfect timing to protect the suicide blame, and finally trying to connect that blame into the town hall on the right compartment. The super minions potion spell. Now the clone. Oh, it's a super minion clone strategy at the end. I think Nebrax is doing a huge work right now.
Beautiful. And this is where you see it. When you have those surrounding single targeting infernos around the town hall, you can pick up some good value. It helps refocus the target of the dragons, keep them away, and this was absolutely stunning. But it still relies on the power of the heroes to finish off the back end. Super minions are still doing some decent work, as well as the drags that remain with the warden on the outside edge of the base. So it's up to the royal champ now to finish this off. There's no scatter shot. Biggest worry is going to be that ground expo, but he's got the freezes to help carry it through and even get that queen pop through with her ability to get there in time.
That's correct. Finally, the last free spell. We got a lot of Skelly over there. The multi-target Inferno Tower, and now the Shield of the Royal Champion taking all the control of this situation. 1 minute, 25 seconds. Come on, Nebrax has time to start the next attack right now, Lady B. With no problems, so we got a super triple. Nebrax Strive Gaming out of control.
Yeah, he could definitely start a new attack. Just needs to make a few more troops. That's all. But survives the queen. We've got the warden still alive and well, and some drags to boot. You can see the smile on his face. He knows he's leading his team to a pretty good start, especially after Tribe has been able to hold such a massive defense from the start. But, you know, I talk about this to a lot of the other casters when we're casting, Carbon and Itsu, and Eric, a Clash with Eric. You know, and Judo, of course, there's different approaches in how you go about your attacks. Whether you're going to go for the easiest phases first, and leave the hardest for the last, or you're going to go for the hardest first. And Tompanai could be taking that approach, possibly, especially because they did not bring Rigo Torres. Since we've seen the change in the lineup, Rigo used to be the kickoff point for the wars to kind of set the tone, get the 3-star going. But we've seen that change this year with the new lineup, and I wonder if that's for the support to come in as they need it. It would be interesting to see. I know Almoallen has often been the second hitter, but maybe Rigo Torres also will be one of those attackers to come in to try and build up the energy for Tompanai.
Yeah, actually, you're talking about something very, very important. That's a huge title to talk the positions, the order to attack in the war. In my opinion, all the positions are very important because all the positions has to take something important to the war, to the score, to the players. Maybe a motivation, maybe a triple, maybe a guarantee to get, okay, I got the first attack because Rigo Torres is the I don't know, everything. But Machuo is a huge player, and you know, Lady V, sometimes we get bad nights, bad days, and maybe, well, not maybe, today it's a bad day for Machuo. We have
Oh.
to close the second wave of attacks. El Tano from Argentina, drinking water. Come on, Tano. He is a specialist using the Suilalu. My friend Lady V against Knowledge. You got a huge problem in front of you, El Tano.
Well, we're going to see if Knowledge's base building is going to hold strong against Eltano, but Eltano making sure he's hydrated for this. That's the most important thing here. You see the wall break opening up to lead the queen in, but no healer, so we are going in for this hero dive. Get a lot of value out of the unicorn, even despite the nerf that we have, but these skelly spells that we often see for the heroes really do add a lot of advantage in this reduction of health points for the unicorn. So this helps out quite a bit, along with the giants taking the lead.
Let's go, El Tano! Latin America in the house. Finally to split heroes. The queen going to the 10 hole. The king trying to beat the royal champion, the enemy royal champion, and the scatter shot, and you know, the huge backup using the royal champions. This is troops in the air, especially not anymore. The super minions, it's down. We got a double potion spell trying to beat those troops, and finally the attack is pretty good, Lady B. I think El Tano can get the triple.
I think he has the opportunity to do it, considering what he's shaped up so far. He does have this one additional drag rider, which could help out. It's nice seeing drag riders come in, especially with a lot of defenses surrounding. Look at the value of the Royal Chap still going on. Drops the invisibility spell just to pick off a little bit more in the back end to help out. But this is a wide pass, and when you are using the Stone Slammer, you can come out with a little bit wider of a push and bring it in with those outside loons. Still 5 more to go that he can bring in, but he's got that entire Tesla farm to worry about up at the 10 o'clock side of the base, and still carrying through the core, where we might see the majority of the traps, those red air bombs and the black mines. Here come the red air bombs and the tornado trap to hold them off. This is a bit unfortunate, but he still actually hangs on strong because the timing wasn't quite right.
At the end, El Tano left a double multi-target Inferno Tower, but not anymore in the village. Tesla farm at the end, 50 seconds. We got balloons, we got minions, we got Dragon Riders, we got everything for goal! Lady B, super triple. I told you, he's an expert with this army.
He really is, but I want to know why he looks so disappointed. You know, there's a disappointment on his face. I think maybe knowing that this still doesn't give them what they need. They need the defenses coming in, and that is what they are hoping to see. So they're staying focused. I mean, this is a team that looks like they're very hard on themselves. They take it very seriously. So, like, any bit of error does cause some problems, but they have to learn how to shake that off. That's the biggest part of this game. It's, you know, I liken it to golf. You know, when you play golf, it's all about your mentality. You know, if you are in a bad mindset, you know, your game's going wrong, you're just going to keep messing up in the game. And it goes the same with Clash of Clans. You have to be in a good mindset, not just as a single player, but as a team, to be supportive and to help out. So they need to shake this off. Hope that they have the right defenses coming in today to try and hold off against Strut Gaming, who is switching it up a little bit. And I think that's the problem. Is we talked about the versatility in attacks and meta, so it does make it a lot harder to try and defend against, especially with teams like Strut Gaming, who are known for versatility.
That's right, you're correct. Actually, and El Tano's face was like, come on, no comment, but come on, guys, you can do it. This is the second round of this war. We got 3 more attacks, so relax yourself. And I think you're seeing a very important thing, Lady B. And actually, this is for fun. At the end, this is a game, and you have to be happy because you're one of the most powerful teams. You are in a super competition, and well, we got the knowledge attacks. The knowledge attack right now. Blizzard trying to be the town hall to get out the CC troops and trying to be the enemy queen. Why not?
Now, Knowledge was one of the tribe members that did not triple in their previous war. So this could be the defense that they're looking for, unless Knowledge is just actually refreshed from it, knowing that he needs to get his head in the game. But a beautiful approach here. We still have the super minions, but all of the CC has been lured and it can be taken to a darker corner, like a nice little narrow area where there's less distraction and limited damage coming in. But he's going head in for it already. We've got the king, we've got the queen, we've got the ice golem giving the action, coming through to power along and get what he needs. But what he really wants to see is that multi go down in the core. I'd like to see a lot of value out of the Royal Champ, but it looks like she's heading right towards that defending king and the eagle. So let's see where these heroes, or I'm sorry, headhunters actually come into play.
That's correct. Actually, we got a lot of traps over here, LadyB. I think the label or from Al Molini is pretty good, actually. Come on, come on. Oh, finally can be the enemy hero. And at the end, we get the Royal Champion with the special ability. After that, okay, that left compartment was so complex for knowledge. Be careful, the Eagle Artillery. I think the Royal Champion can be the Eagle Artillery and maybe the multi-target Infernal Tower on the middle. Don't forget, he's using a Lala and the multi-target Infernal Tower. It's one of the most powerful defense against this army.
Oh, she has to, because that wall break, the super wall break got knocked down. 2 giant bombs walk through, and she's unable to take down this final multi. He's got the freeze to hold it off. Warden ability as well. You can see the Ice Hound popping, but that was unfortunate to see that happen because the Queen was meant to get that initial one, which would have given the power for the Royal Champion to work alongside. So hasting Loons to come in as he works across. I'm not sure why he didn't drop the freeze. Is there a wizard tower up top here that he's most worried about? Coming into the back end, we do have the AD, but he might want to hold that off as he gets a split coming through with the Loons. But he is maybe going to be able to turn this around, which is super impressive. 25 seconds left to go. Tornado Trap not enough to hold this off, but it's a matter of time.
Come on, lady. 18 seconds, the last air defense. We got a lot of balloons, minions, lava pops, 10 seconds. Oh, the bomb! Come on, 8 seconds. Oh, it's a triple, it's a triple, it's a triple! LadyB knowledge! Tribe Gaming out of control! Come on, a perfect war for now for Tribe Gaming against Tom Pinay. My respect.
Absolutely.
Great job, guys.
Yeah, and you know, I got to give it to Almo Allen for the position of those giant bombs. You know, that was a perfect way to try and hold off the Queen. That wasn't an easy error to come in, and not getting the full Queen value out of that because she was meant to go in, but the Royal Champ really carried it along, even though she wasn't able to get the additional multi-targeting Inferno. Knowledge handled that beautifully, and this is really going to continue to shake up Tompanai at this point, who's still waiting to see a defense, and I think that was like that glimmer of hope. Once they saw that super wall breaker go down, they were like, yes, we're going to hold him back. This is gonna do it. And then Knowledge came back around and switched the table. So kudos to Kai for that nice turnaround in the war. That's great recovery there that we talk about, that these pro players do need to know. And again, it's not always easy to do. So let's see how Hawk, aka Mammoth, comes in with the Super Bowler Smash. I think this is only the second time we're actually seeing this in the game today.
Let's go! Italian player right now, ground attack, Super Bowler's attack, starting obviously with this ward and walk using the flame in the north, maybe and trying to be the tunnel hole using the flame. We have to wait for it. We get the earthquake spell, and I think that's gonna be for the tunnel hole to convert the tunnel hole in a defense, and then the flame can beat the tunnel hole. That's the first part of this strategy. Hawk, Tom Pinay, the score, well, Tom Pinay, the players, especially Hawk, needs to get a triple right now to get the score 9-8.
Yeah, beautiful opener here and great way to take advantage of the Flame Flinger. What I do like is at the same time, he's shaping up the pathing with the Warden, which we often see quite a bit more now. But he does need to keep this Warden he needs to get going at the 2-minute mark because the Super Bowler Smash, while one of the faster Smash attacks, is quite slow. So he's going to set this up, get everything down and dropped. I heard some Seeky Goblins coming in, but here we come. We've got the Golem to take the tank. He hasn't burned through that Warden ability, which is very important. Town Hall's just about to go down, and he's got the push coming inside. One stray bowler isn't a bad thing, but the majority going into the core is absolutely perfect.
Excellent. The Valkyrie was perfect. That detail was incredible because the little Skellies was to the flame, and the Valkyrie was a good tank, a good defense for the flame to finish to get the Town Hall in the Nord. Finally, Super Bowlers. I don't like it. Oh, come on. Where are the Super Bowlers? Where are the Super Bowlers, lady? The Super Bowlers is not anymore on the village. The first part of this village was so powerful. And Hog, the Italian player, needs to finish and needs to close this attack. Oh, Lady B. This will be maybe an 80%, something like that. Hog has a huge problem right now.
Yeah, biggest problem right now is that single targeting Inferno along with the Expo and the scatter shot on the back end. I mean, he's still got his Queen ability. He's got his Royal Champ to come in, a Rage and a Freeze, but it's not enough. Wait, hold up. Hold up.
Oh, come on.
That single went down. He's got the Rage for the Queen. She's got the opening into the wall.
Oh!
Royal Champ needs to come in and turn this one around. Launches that Seeking Shield while it's early. It does give what's needed, and the Warden is helping out with this one. Freezes off the Skellies to get through them, and the Mortar. 20 seconds left, but we've got Giants flinging. More Skellies coming in. Something needs to go for the storage, but you know what? It's not going to be the Warden. Giant bombs trying to knock everything out, and this might just be the 99% because of the storage. Tornado Trap holding them back. Come on!
Oh my God, a Tornado Trap! I can't believe it. Lady B, what was that? I don't.
That's what's called injustice. That was injustice. That Tornado Trap.
Oh my God!
And I don't even know how many shots that needed. Like, if it needed one shot from the Queen or the Warden, it could have been done. But the Tornado Trap held them all back.
Okay, first, we had a Super Bowlers attack with no Super Bowlers. Okay, that's the reality of this. After this, we have no time. At the end, okay, we got time. And we got a triple, and that Tornado Trap. Okay, this was like, I'm bad. I'm bad with this. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Rikiras now can follow this up really strong. Tribe has gone perfect so far. Will he put the fourth 3-star on the board? He looks pretty confident sitting there with his iPad up and steady. You can see he's got his headphones connected to his team so they can help spot each other. King working into that scatter shot position really allows the Queen the pathing to move up towards that multi-targeting Inferno, but he might need to force the King's ability just to move it faster, which he does to ensure that the Queen goes on course. The biggest problem is the Teslas around the outside of this corner, so he needs to make sure the Queen doesn't get distracted, so drops in the Loons to help out with this. Royal Champ already taking the path across, and actually this is going to bring the Queen with one single wall break to get up to the Town Hall. Oh my goodness, Shion, this is looking lovely, but the Queen's taking on heat, and it's only the Unicorn to keep her alive. Oh, hold on. He needs to keep the damage off of her. He's gonna, yeah, he's raging her up. He's dropping the poison because he knows he has to hold on to the invisibility, her ability. It's enough to actually get through, and he wants to save this invisibility if it's needed. Drops it now as she makes her path across. That helps the Unicorn actually heal her up without any damage, but Skelly's coming out. She's got to pop this ability and freeze up this Town Hall, but she's waiting. Oh my goodness, this Town Hall.
No.
The Expo. Is she gonna go in?
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Off the ability.
Oh my
freeze
God.
It up. Rage her. Get it
Tornado Trap.
Tornado Trap. It's not what he needs.
No!
He gets it down.
Down. Come on, how is that possible? I can't believe it. Okay, Lady B, this war, it's so hard. It's so, I don't know what is the right word to use for this war. Stone's never going to the full target Inferno Tower. I don't want to cast this. This is incredible, Rikiras. How is this possible, Lady B? I need a huge explanation after this attack, please.
I mean, look at Rikiras. Look how calm and confident he is in all of this. Not shook at all. This just shows the exceptional power of Rikiras. He is an amazing attacker, one of the best in the game when it comes to Lalo, and this just proved why, especially with the control of his heroes. There's that smile that we wanted to see. We wanted to see the smile, not just the cool confidence knowing that he can just do it. We want to know that they're celebrating. So this puts them 4 for 4 against Tomp and their defenses are definitely holding strong. I know that RH base building has been a huge part of their base building team. So, they're doing some great work and definitely have been not only coming in strong offensively, but they've been bringing the right defenses as well.
Oh my god. I think the important part, that the most powerful detail on the last attack was the rage spell on the queen. Okay, not queen charge, just the queen. Rage spell for the queen to beat the Lavahan and maybe to try to get immediately the X-Bow with the grown target. It was incredible, the rage spell. Recurus being Recurus. That's my final part of this comment. Come on, Recurus. Like I said on the initial of this war and on the last war, Recurus, in my opinion, one of the most powerful players around the world, and this attack was insane.
Absolutely. I think that's all we need to leave it at is Rakira's is a beast. So let's see how Tompanai is going to answer. This is their 4th attack to come in. We've got Almualin, and he's coming in with the Zapquake. Actually, I love watching him do Zapquake Lalos. Probably one of my favorite attack strategies, or even Zapquake Dragons. But takes down the defending queen. We still have the scatter shots up, and we have the eagle, but we've opened up a nice path to that town hall that can easily be taken down now with limited distraction. And yes, we do have the single there on the back end, but the queen just needs some shallow value entry, and we can weave the king into an additional compartment to take on one of those scatter shots and work that royal champ through where we have the multi-targeting inferno.
Almolin can use ground attack, can use air attack, can use any kind of army. This player is so powerful. And for now, we get a split heroes. The queen trying to get the tunnel down. We get the CC troops in the clan castle. Oh, the royal champion going between the queen and the king, trying to get the multi-target infernal tower, and the headhunters trying to beat that royal champion. The town hall, it's not anymore on the village, and the king is taking down the scatter shot on the 9 o'clock.
Yeah, King doing some excellent work, and the royal champ helping out. So we got the value that's needed. That single is not an issue for the Lalo on the back end. We do have the multi, of course, but we'll see how he times this Warden ability to get through. Obviously, we need to get into that scattershot position, but he's got the freezes to actually handle the multi, which is going to be key here. Biggest thing about that Warden timing is typically the splash coming in, and often when you're placing your headhunters for heroes. But the defending RC distracted right now by the scatter shot. Let's see if a drag comes out of it, or if he has a drag rider. He does have the drag rider to actually come in for the back end, which is very helpful, and an additional one here already working through that he brought on his own. So this is going to be the 3-star, and Almualin is going to get that 3-star on the board that they need, but not the defenses, which has been the biggest problem for them.
That's correct, LadyB. The attack was pretty good. Watch out the last enemy royal champion. I think that's not a problem. Just time. It's gonna be time. But Almolin has a lot of time. From Spain, Almolin, Tom Pinay, 3 times with a huge participation in the World Championship of Clash of Clans. Like I said, since 2019, Almolin with a huge triple with a score 12-10. At the beginning of the last wave of attacks. Well, we know this, LadyB. The end, it's so complex for Tom Pinay.
Yeah, definitely difficult one for them. I think at this point, we can really say that it is it's Tribe's war, and this means QSFN versus Tribe tomorrow. Unless something like completely disastrous happened, there's absolutely zero way that this could turn around with the 2-star lead. At least that they are holding at this point. So I'm not going to congratulate Tribe yet. They still have an attack to go, and we still want to see how this finishes off. But we are starting to see the lineup of what we're getting in, and I hear the battle call coming, so they should be getting ready to get into that final attack very, very soon. So we saw Rakira's with that beautiful, beautiful Lalo example of it that almost any clasher wishes they could do. And we'll wait to see the final attack coming in from Tribe Gaming and see if they can go, I guess, for the perfect war. We've seen several perfect wars today, which is very, very impressive.
Yes, actually, QSFN, that team, the players, they are waiting the winning team for this war, and I think it's gonna be Tribe Gaming. Like you said, we have to wait the last part for this war. I'm just saying, but maybe the first war tomorrow. Well, not maybe. The first war tomorrow will be Queen Walker Stephanie against Strut. It's sports. It's out of control. I think it's one of the most powerful teams. Watch out, Queen Walkers. In the last war, well, the last war is this one. Okay, LadyB, Fluxy, Tribe Gaming, last wave, last attack. Hawk, the Italian player, your team, your players, they need 1 star. They want 1 star defense attack, or this is gonna be for Tribe Gaming right now.
Absolutely. So we get the blimp sailing through. We've got the sneaky gobs coming out to take this on. Queen's going to surround the pathing on the outskirts. Now, with the 4 super wall breakers, if we bring the king in from that 3 o'clock compartment into the scatter shot, we can get the queen targeted and lined up into the core of the base and really work her in. But he's keeping that queen just barely alive. We don't want to see the forced ability, so drops. Oh my goodness, these super minions. Drops a rage, gets some minions down to try and help distract because we don't want to lose the healers. Even bringing in, what do we bring in? A wizard to help out? But this is a big push. Queen is actually taking the opening for the scatter shot. So drops the invisibility spell to get her back on course and inside. And the king goes for it. So this is perfect. He just needs to take the scatter shot down and the royal champ will help keep everything in path.
Nah, come on. That invisibility spell was perfect to get the queen charge into the middle, like you said. Now, the DPS is so high. Double X-bow, enemy queen, and maybe one, no, double Infernal Tower. Oh, come on, I told you. The DPS was so high, the queen charge is not anymore on the middle. Watch out, LadyB, please. That multi-target Infernal Tower and the single target Infernal Tower. Oh, maybe that's gonna be a huge difference, but you know what? 2 stars is enough to Tribe Gaming to get into the next round.
But the Loon's doing their work, and actually the Royal Champ helping to take out the multi. The multi's not of consequence to the Drag Riders. It's a single, and we've got one on there. Launches that Seeking Shield to help it out. Look at this. But Red Air Bomb's not going to do the damage. It's the SAMs, the black mines that we worry about for these Drag Riders as well. And the scatter shot that is wreaking havoc. Is the Royal Champ already down? Headhunter's trying to take care of cleanup here. This could be a defense, not the one that Tom and I wanted, but a final defense could be what they would like to see. But as the scatter shot goes down and there's 36 seconds left to go, I don't know. Nope, there's not enough power, not enough energy because of the AD, the Yak going down. And finally, Tom and I is able to hold the defense, but not enough to get them in this for tomorrow's matchup.
Exactly, not enough. Now Fluxy with a 2 stars attack. That's enough to connect Tribe Gaming into the tomorrow's match against QSFN. And well, this is almost the end for this stream. We need the last attack from Tom Pinay, Rigo Torres, the captain. Just an exhibition, a friendly attack. Because it doesn't matter the next attack, you know, the score and the results, it's for Tribe Gaming now.
It is. So easy move for them to come in. They've got what they needed to get through. 14-star war, definitely commendable. And that's what you need, like, to beat. It's like 14, 15-star wars is basically what tomorrow is going to bring. And that's going to be very exciting. But let's see as Tump and I finish this one off and what they have in store. And then we can talk about what we have for tomorrow, which is going to be absolutely incredible. 3 days of EWU action with the top teams going at it. Unfortunately, some of the top teams had to go, and that's what we get to see today. So final attack, getting ready and set to go in, and let's see what they have to bring.
That's correct. The top of the top, LadyB. Final attack. I said Rigo Torres, and Rigo Torres, it's over here. You seen this attack, LadyB. Queen Charge Lala trying to be the Cronus level in Tribe Gaming.
Yeah, but Rigo Torres has been known for his Queen Charge Lalos for a long time, but we've seen him switch up the versatility and still do exceptionally well. You can see the despair on his face, unfortunately. You know, the player cams have bring good and bad. We see the full emotion of the players, and you can see the defeat on his face, which is unfortunate. So I do hope to see him come in with his head strong and come in with that 3-star to finish off their day, because everybody knows that Rigo Torres is one of the best players in the world. Watch this. The king going for the town hall allows the queen different options to actually work her way in. What I'd love to see is a narrow opening, but there's not enough to actually force it along unless he gets the royal champ in to take on that scattershot compartment or sends in the law. Hold on. The king didn't get it taken down. Oh. The loons almost get it done. He's got to freeze it up, and the queen's going to come back in and around and deal with the single. Okay, not getting exactly what he wanted out of this, and this is only going to add into the frustration of it all. Needs to drop another rage, potentially to keep this queen going with the ground bow, but he knows he mostly needs to keep those healers out of the poison bomb.
Yeah, you're right, actually. I think that the backup plan from Rigo Torres right now, and look at the face from Rigo Torres. Oh my god, he's sad, he's come on, he knows this attack doesn't matter. It doesn't move the final part of this war. Come on, Tompinai, it's out of EWU Gaming, and Rigo Torres has to close this. Has to finish, LadyB. Has to finish this war with a huge triple. Come on, Rigo Torres. Let's do it.
I think if anybody can do it, Rigo Torres can do it. He does have to watch the center of the base, as the queen was not able to make her way through, get in there to take on the multi, and also the scatter shot had to be used differently for this. But we've got the royal champ taking the lead in the front line there with the drag rider. Traps galore coming out, so they actually take on the red air bombs for the loons if they cut across, which they're not going to. Delayed warden ability helping to get through the scatter shot. Rigo Torres with 37 seconds left to go. The queen ability to take the multi down. If she can get through these skellies, get in the wall, is gonna get this done. This is the fuego that you're talking about, Shion. That is what we want to see.
Exactly, LadyB. Fuego! Rigo Torres, last triple. Congratulations, my friends. See you in the next edition of EWU Gaming, and you did a huge work today. And obviously, Thrive Gaming! We have to watch Thrive Gaming tomorrow, LadyB. Be ready for this.
Oh, I can't wait. So Tribe Gaming will be facing off in the lower bracket. This was a phenomenal performance from them. 14-star war. Definitely can't be sad about that. They had what they needed, but they showed that QSFN have to be prepared for the defenses. Equally, what Tribe know about this is that QSFN, they pay attention and they adjust, because that's exactly what they did to get here against Acceptance. But why don't we take a look at the bracket for tomorrow so we can show our viewers out there what they have to expect. We've got Queen Walker Stephanie and Strut Esports that we're going to kick the day off with to start off in the upper bracket match. And then we're going to face off to see in the lower bracket if it's QSFN or Tribe Gaming that move on into the next round. But what's going to happen there, Shion? What do we get to watch after that?
Exactly. Actually, tomorrow we will get 3 wars. After the Queen Walkers, Strut, and QSFN Thrive Gaming, we will get the war number 7. The loser of 5 against the winner of 6 from Saturday. And on Sunday, we will get the grand final, 4 p.m. UTC. Don't be late. Same channels, same place, same hour. So it's easy to be here again.
Absolutely. Makes it super easy to join us. Hope the time works out for you. It's been incredible to be a part of this. Huge shout out to EWU, a huge shout out to RH Base Building, and of course, our production team and fellow co-caster, Shion. Thank you for being so welcoming and bringing the fire. But thank you so much. And thank you for those who have tuned in. We can't wait to see you tomorrow. And I'll leave that to you, Shion, for the rest.
Thank you, LadyB. You're a professional. And, well, LadyB, see you tomorrow. Goodbye, people. This is EWU Gaming. See you.